Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to today's live stream, and welcome back to another video for you guys today. As you guys can tell from the top. Oh, well, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, man? What's funny? What's funny? What? Why are you laughing at me, man? I'm trying to do my intro, bro. What's wrong with you?
Sorry.
Wait,
Halloween is not for another 6 months, bro. Okay, you're not going to witness.
Well, you trying to say I look ugly? Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to cuss me out on my own stream.
is that prime?
Is this what we're doing?
Are you hiding your face in witness protection or something? What is this, man? What's going on?
No. It's just like you never know. COVID could be back around the corner anytime soon. You never know. You have to protect yourself. Wear your mask, stay safe, socially distance, all of that. Protect yourself, guys. But yeah, like we were saying, Chelsea won, Real Madrid 3, Karim Benzema hat trick, disaster class all over the pitch. And yeah, let's just get into everything regarding today's stream. Big up everyone that's locked in. Guys, like we are 2 days away from my birthday and 50 subs away from 25k. If you guys haven't smashed that subscribe button, like Benzema smashed us last night, you're all dickheads. But big up yourselves, smash the like and subscribe button, and let's just get straight into the stream. Josh, what are you saying, bro? You had a good night?
Yeah, no, it was a tough night. It was not a fun day. Not such a great game. Oh wait, hold on. I got some breaking news real quick. Hold on, let me read. It looks like Lewis, your birthday's what, in 2 days? This might be a gift for you. I just read Laporte has decided to rip apart Christensen's Barca contract, and he's now free to re-sign with Chelsea. Oh, hey, awesome, guys. Yes, Christensen's free. Bring him back.
It was worth the L.
Josh, he's suing him. He's suing him.
It looks like he's been released from his contract. Awesome, man. Now, yes.
Impersonating a defender?
That sounds like they re-signed Arajal.
That's what we're going to be doing today.
They re-signed Arajal and released Christensen. Nice. Awesome. Good job. All right. On to the next one.
I hope you're proud of yourself with that one, Josh. I hope you're fucking proud of yourself. Fata, pal, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
I had about 48 hours, man. That's it. I'm not going to say what happened, but, if you haven't already, make sure you check on the Twitch what happened on the Twitch. So, yeah, man.
Lakers into the playoffs?
Joey. Hope you have a good birthday too, bro. Unless we lose to Southampton on Saturday, then it's just all shit. But we move. Jesters, what are you saying, bro? You all right, man?
No, not all right. And then really doesn't have anything to do with the match. But shit happens. Karim Benzema is probably one of the top 2 strikers in the world. And he wasn't going to allow Real Madrid to lose. My problem is with the damn fan base. I mean, I understand that some of you are children and don't understand football at all, not in the least bit. And some of you, when something like this happens, wants to find the player that you hate the most and blame the loss on them. But that's just poor. It's poor from the fan base. And we could talk about players that didn't play as good as you would want. But Real Madrid beat us in lineup, formation, tactics, will. I mean, you can go down the list and just to sit there and say, well, it was because of these players or this player or that player is just utter ridiculousness. And there's already a show like that on MTV, so we can move.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that as well. We'll go into that later on into the stream because this isn't an individual issue that cost us the game. There were poor individual performances, a lot of them, but that's why you can't blame it on one player specifically. But we will go into a lot of this later on into the stream. Chris, what were you saying?
Yes,
bro?
we can blame on one player. I'll show you how in a minute.
No, we can't.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It wasn't great last night. Not feeling the greatest from last night. Brentford as well. We got smashed by them too. So, back to back getting smashed is not a good feeling for us. So yeah, not pretty good right now.
I hear that. Definitely hear that. Andrew, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, man. Bad night at the office, but let's go on with this stream because I feel there might be a lot of disagreements on this stream, but I'm all good for it. So let's go ahead. And will you take that mask off? Come on, man. Seriously, it's just ridiculous, man. You know, honestly, come on.
Sorry, you anti-vaxxer.
I'm double jabbed and boosted.
Yeah.
I'm double jabbed. So yeah.
Where's your proof?
Where's your proof?
What are you, my parole officer? What do you know, my parole?
You don't know. I'm wearing a mask.
Our governor would snatch that off your
Is
face.
this even Lewis? I don't know if this is Lewis.
Florida guy.
It might be that guy on Discord that's got the same voice as you, isn't it, real Chris? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Might be him.
Oh fuck! I know you're on about. Fair enough. Right, Alex, what were you saying, bro? You all good?
I was up. Hello, everybody. Can't say shit.
Nice step up on the last one.
I don't have nothing to say, man.
Is that Saeed? That is
Oh
Saeed.
my god! Of course. This is when all the other influencers come in to dance on my grave. Big up yourself, Saeed. Also, simultaneously, go fuck yourself. I hope you're doing well, bro. Andrea Christina, who the fuck is this?
Yes.
What the fuck?
It's Nathaniel.
This ain't
Sorry, I
Nathaniel.
was on my period when I was playing football.
Is that Matt?
Oh, this is Matt, bro. I'm not having a Kepper stand come in here trying to chat shit. Oh, we should have started Kepper yesterday. Bullshit, bro.
No.
Switch your camera
who
on.
is this?
Switch your camera on, motherfucker. Yeah, now we know it's you, bro. Switch your camera on.
Damn. That was prime time to do that.
All right, cool. Just for that, bro. We'll start with you. Tell me why Kepper should have started yesterday.
Lewis,
Lewis,
you know, I've said it 1,000 times. You've seen it everywhere. Kepa should have started. Number one keeper. Nah. But honestly, like, come on, I've said it 1,000 times. You know, Mendy was mentally drained. He was mentally, physically drained. Kepa should have been playing Brentford. He didn't play Brentford. The consequence of that, he plays Madrid. So I'm not saying, I wasn't advocating him to start Madrid. I was advocating him to start Brentford. He didn't start Brentford. I wanted him to start Madrid because I knew Mendy wouldn't have performed for Madrid. And look at him, he didn't perform. It would have been 2-0, even 1-0 if Kepa was on that pitch. I'm not gonna, single-handedly blame him for the loss. I'm gonna single-handedly blame him that
saved the
was,
shots that Mendy missed.
Possibly, if not, but it still would have been 2-0. Doesn't matter. We still would have been 2-1. 2-1, sorry. I keep saying 2-0. Still would have been 2-1. Would have been.
I don't think Kepa would have made the same mistake as the third goal. I do agree with that.
Yeah, the third goal, fair enough,
of
because
course
he's good in terms of his distribution. But the first and second, and also, you play your best team in these sorts of games.
But when Mendy's like physically drained, and people, I just want to clarify as well. People think I'm anti-Mendy. I'm not anti-Mendy as well.
How is he physically drained? You have to. How is?
But look at him during the game. He was drained.
Is he working in construction or something? I didn't know about on the side.
He's a part-time electrician.
Weights when he hasn't got the ball. How is he physically?
Goalkeepers don't do a lot of movement.
Drained as well. Like, you're still on that pitch. You're still playing the football, Andrew. You're not sleeping while the ball's on the other side. Like, you're still mentally in the game.
How is he physically drained?
Playing keeper for 6-7 games, you can still be physically drained from that.
No, he
is.
It showed his confidence still was dropped.
Just apologise. How was Czech able to play for 9 years consistently in
Yeah,
oh my god, that's Czech. That's Czech.
Did you say
This
Jesse?
is everyone Mendy.
No, that's checkmate. That's what it is, my friend. It's checkmate. Yeah, that's what it is.
No, it's not.
Physically
There was literally
bullshit
evidence of
for a
him showing
goalkeeper.
how low confidence he was. He was mentally drained. Look at him. The second goal, he was
I'm
lacking.
not giving
I
that.
think he
No,
was
I don't want to
lacking
get.
a goal.
I
agree
so
with the
we're
third
all
goal.
going to be
There's so much
psychologists and
evidence there.
physios now, right?
It's
We're going to be
just showing
psychologists and physios.
It was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah, okay.
mentally
Well, Kepa
drained.
wouldn't have made that
No,
mistake.
and
I'm
it's not the
saying that
first
we should have
mistake
subbed
he's
Kepa
made.
on.
Kepa wouldn't
I
have
don't
made
want
that
to.
mistake.
I didn't want
Kepa
Kepa
wouldn't
on
have
45
made that
minutes.
mistake. Okay,
He wasn't. If
Because
Kepa
Kepa's
wasn't
never
starting,
made
I
any
didn't care.
mistakes.
I didn't care
Kepa's never
Kepa
made
wasn't
any
starting.
mistakes.
Whatever. But
Kepa's never
Kepa, of
made
course, he
any
made mistakes,
mistakes.
but you can't make mistakes like that. That's utterly embarrassing.
So
when you think about it.
Kepa's never made any mistakes. Yeah.
Not
No,
something
no.
like
He
that.
barely makes
No,
mistakes.
not-
It's just like
not something like
Under-
that.
Oh
under-
my god!
Oh my
under
God.
fat
The
Frankie has, under that
revisionist-
fat
the
shit Frankie
revisionist
has, but not
history
under
of this
the
fan
new
base
coach
Aye,
Tuchel.
sickens me.
respect your
And Matt's
legend,
new
bro.
gimmick, Matt.
I
this
respect
new
my
gimmick
legend as a
of
player,
yours
not as a
is
coach.
ridiculous. Yeah.
this.
This new gimmick of yours is ridiculous.
I'm not.
A player to back.
I've been
and
saying
you
this for
pick
months.
Kepa.
People think I've been saying this for like 2-3
Yeah,
weeks. I've been saying this
exactly.
literally
Your
since
new
last year.
gimmick has been for months. It's
I've been saying for,
ridiculous.
And
need to back
I
a proper
always keep
player.
consistent. I said I'm a big fan of Mendy. I was on Coach Chill. I've been making thousands of videos about it. I'm a big fan
I
of him.
said
But
your gimmick's
I just
worse
said,
than that Ezekiel guy that turned up on Raw. It's all
Look,
mad.
anyway.
let's not act like there's a reason that Edward Mendy has not been a top flight goalkeeper until he's 28 years old. Let's not act like those other years don't exist. There's a reason for that because he does have holes in his game. His biggest hole is he's crap with the ball at his feet.
Yeah.
That's his biggest problem. His second biggest problem is he's not as athletic as you think he is. That's number 2. So you can say that and still think he's a good keeper. It doesn't mean that you think he's crap because he has flaws in his game. You don't become you cannot be a world-class goalkeeper only for 2 years. That takes time. A world-class label takes time. 2 years is not world-class. 2 years is a run of games. And then most of it is because our defense has been so solid. Well, you see, once your defense goes, what happens? Your keeper gets exposed. Even Jan Oblak has been exposed this year because his defense has not been as good as times in the past. So you can say that Mendy can't play the ball out of the back. You can say he's not as athletic as you want your keeper to be. Those are all fine analysis. You can't hate on somebody for bringing proper analysis to it. It doesn't mean that we think he's crap or we shouldn't have bought him. Those things are two separate.
And in fairness to Matt, he's had back-to-back howlers. He was terrible against Brentford too. And I'm not saying Kepa should be starting, but if you go along the lines of what Jester just said, having a strong defense, Kepa in his first season under Sarri was pretty good, pretty damn good. And we had a solid defense actually that year. And then under Frank, when we all know the defense was absolutely porous, he had his worst year. So there's a little bit of both from both those angles there.
Josh, you've seen what Matt said. You've seen what Matt said the last couple of days. Yeah. He says Mendy's there and Kepa's there. There's no.
No, I mean that's the Mendy, if not below. Yeah.
No.
But he's proven it though.
He's close. You said they're that close.
If not, it's a little bit below him.
No. Yeah, I don't think they're that. I don't think they're that close, but I don't think they're that far either. If I'm being perfectly honest,
I think Mendy is more susceptible to.
Mendy's our first keeper. I'm not denying Mendy's our first keeper, but we need to rotate him.
The reason Kepa's at this club is because no one will pay him 155 grand a week. That's the reason he's at this club.
That's why a majority of our players are at this club.
He's number 2, and he's shit. He's shit.
Can I say something?
Number 2, and he's shit.
I wouldn't call it.
We wouldn't have had.
I'm not gonna say he's close to Mendy.
Let Alex go. Let's have a different.
One second.
Mendy.
We wouldn't have our Club World Cup in that. We wouldn't have our Club World Cup. We would have been the Carabao Cup final.
Might as well let him
One of us
finish.
the League Cup final. If he
League Cup.
is that what you're saying?
Good lord.
When it's our game, you know.
Right, guys, forget it. Kepa's shit anyway.
2 games
go on,
Mendy
Alex.
in like 18
Look,
months.
Mendy.
Kepa's the same level
I think
of him.
Mendy is the
Ridiculous.
number 1 goalkeeper. That's it doesn't change.
The fucking hell, Jam. Not a good time, man.
The problem with Mendy, he is if the game early in the game mistake happens, he's affected for the rest of the game. He's that kind of player that like he will be shaky for the rest of it. What I think it happened is, I know for a fact that he took he know when he's gonna look at the first goal, even though it's not on him, but he should have done better against that header because it was right above him. It wasn't in the corner. The problem was, I think it affected him. And then during the game later on, it started. The second goal, there's no way he could have saved it because the goal was in the corner and on the ground. I blame second goal for let's not name the player specifically because Benzema literally hold it. All right, I'll just let's see. Say my opinion about why we lost the game. The game tactics was press high up the top. We did that. That was a good idea. The problem is we did not know what to do if they will hold the press, if they will actually wouldn't get broke down. We went way too aggressively with the high press. So every time they get out of the press, the players got spinned off. We get exposed. Watch one player we do not want to get exposed on transition. You know it. I don't want to name it. Problem is when what's his name, Modric gets the ball in the position, he doesn't run and show his hands to the players, keep going forward, but at the same time he's running. But he's running, it's like my walking. Modric doesn't do that. Modric will actually pass it the ball immediately. He will not think twice. Sometimes he does it one touch because he knows the less time you give to defense to adjust, the less time they prepare to adjust. Watch Christensen. If anybody will tell me that Christensen has a slow pace, I'll fucking slap you on the face, across the face, because he's a not slow pace, slow defender. The problem is the Modric and the Benzema will give him 2 feet a start on Christensen. He will give him more time for him Vucinic to beat Christensen on the side. Even though I still think his wrong position, he was staying too close to the Vucinic. That's why he got beat, but that's a different story. The problem is when the second goal comes in, Jorginho was exposed. What happens is Benzema trucks in the middle. Benzema, how many times we saw him in the middle? And how the fuck he scored hat trick if he was in the middle? Simple. Because when Benzema cuts on the inside, he gets the ball, he lays off, or one touches it to Vucinic, he's running towards the goal. Guess which player doesn't run with him? If you look at the second goal, look which player does not track. Like literally, Benzema got the ball, passed the ball, and running. And guess when he was running right beside another player. I'm not gonna name that player, but she has a female name from me. The third goal was completely on Mendy. There's not even talk about it. But at the same time, what's his name? 300,000 pound a week player wants to have a salary. He had the chance to kick it out. He was the first to the ball. I think the reason why he didn't, because he was on the yellow card, and he was afraid if he will get them, he will get the second yellow. But I don't care about that at that point.
He got the ball first.
He got the ball first. He had to clear it out.
He actually get the ball first in that one.
He did. Yeah. Christensen, it was individually blamed. Yes, Christensen was. But in the old aspect of the game, it's a midfield.
Yeah.
We pressed way too high. Way too aggressive.
Wasn't compact.
And it wasn't compact at the back. That's it.
I don't even think it was like solely the fact we pressed too high. I just think people didn't track their runners. Like I know, like I agree with you in blaming Jorginho because he wasn't like obviously he's completely immobile. But Mount didn't drop back to help him. He didn't form the midfield three. What do you mean he's not supposed to? He did it in the first time we played in Real Madrid. What do you mean he's not supposed to?
But you don't know that's the instruction he was given for this particular game, do you?
Yeah,
we all can guess.
Listen, yeah, we can all guess, but listen, it worked in the first leg, and in the second leg, if you can see your boy getting clearly exposed, just use your initiative and drop back, because it's not like he was doing anything up top anyway. So listen, my energy's for Mount. I'm here early so I can catch Johnny when he hops in.
As a matter of fact, Kai Havertz dropped more often into the middle than Mount.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. We're going to start doing this crap. You're going to blame an offensive player.
I'm not blaming.
For giving up 3 goals.
No. What do you mean? No. I'm talking about the examples that Alex brought up.
He's trying to trigger Johnny to come on here.
No. I gotta call Jester. Look, yeah, you can't blame the forwards for conceding the goals. If you don't hold the ball, the problem is on the the pressure is more on the midfield.
Tell me which player up there is supposed to hold the ball and have that in their locker.
Well,
Mount doesn't hold on. Mount doesn't hold.
No, you're not listening. You're not listening.
You think it individual. No, Jester. You're not gonna tell me that I don't know the game because you're looking at you saying that it's individuals. I'm not saying individual. Collective forward players do not hold the ball for more than 5 seconds, and that's the problem.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Every single time Mount got the ball, just levering it into nowhere land.
Sure,
And then
man,
when it
no
was when it was
here.
He's been doing that
no,
for
I'm not.
games,
I'm not. If I was to run
here.
agendas,
Yep,
hold
no
on. If I was to
here.
hold on, if I was to run agendas, I'll be on Pulisic's ass. But there's just no point. I'm here for Mount because Mount's the one. Listen, here we go again. What's the one thing we can attribute to Mount in every single circumstance? His off the ball running, his pressing. Did none of that.
This is stupid, and this is what I'm talking about. But it's a dumbass.
Hold on. I don't know why you're salty. I'm not here to cook Mount. I'm not here to cook Mount individually. I'm just saying. Hold on. I only brought up Mount to back up Jorginho because Alex was cooking Jorginho. It's not solely. Yes, because listen. No. Because
players, you disrespect him.
Hold on. If you watch,
I'm holding on.
If you watch the game, you would see that we were overrunning the midfield because it was a 3 against 2. And when the ball got pushed onto the left hand side, the right hand side was exposed with either Cruz or Modric just holding that position, so they could always just find that man free. Why? Because Mount didn't drop back. I know, but against Real Madrid the first time, Mount dropped in to cover the 3. So I don't know why now it's like, he doesn't have to do that anymore because it's Mason Mount. I don't get that.
Maybe he wasn't given that instruction.
But okay, and if you wasn't given that instruction, then fine, blame Tuchel, and I'll happily blame Tuchel. But I'm just saying, if a player does nothing up top and does not drop back to cover his man, because everybody, bro, in every other system, players drop back to cover their man. No, it's not
the ball was moved on so slowly. Real Madrid was always set up in their defense by the time we got the ball to the forward line. The fact that we had we had one side, one guy going 1-on-3 because he was playing with Yertle, the Turtle, and Bambi. Yeah, sure. Let's blame the offensive players for the defensive collapse.
They have to drop back. We're not playing with Messi name on Mbappe up top. We're not.
You do know that 2 of the goals were basically on a break, right? It wasn't like they were set up and
yes, and okay, and this is what Alex explained because the reason they were able to break on a break was because Jorginho got exposed, and I'm saying to counteract that, Mount needs to come back to support him. Am I wrong in saying that, guys? Like, help me out here.
Yeah,
it depends on what transition we are. If we in transition, if we don't have the ball, we don't have to press it that hard. Do you see what I'm saying? When we have the ball and Mount doesn't drop down, that's the problem. But that's not I don't think it's the directions from the from the manager. I think it's the common sense because it doesn't
Exactly.
I don't think it's the Mount role anymore at the club. I think every 3 forwards that we play, Pulisic, Kai, and Mount, all 3 of them actually dropping deep.
Have to drop back. Thank you. There's a comment as well.
They do it because they do it.
Yeah.
But they don't do it as in how you say it? They do it, but they can't do it all at once and come backwards. When you're defending, that's my problem with our midfield and with our forwards. For example, if Pulisic has the ball and he takes on the player, same time, our Kai Havertz and Mount are transitioning in forward position. All of a sudden, Pulisic loses the ball. The ball all of a sudden goes into the defensive transition. The other 2 players and Kante are way too high at this point. With James, with Azpilicueta. And when Modric gets the ball, he doesn't wait. He doesn't wait for the ball to be recycled. He just directly pinpoint the ball. That's the difference.
Yep. But we're gonna blame the offensive players for the.
We're not blaming.
I'm so sorry, Jester. Your ball knowledge is lacking severely. I'm so sorry, but it is. If you can't understand these simple concepts, I don't know what to say to you.
Look, you can't blame forward. You can't blame forward position players for not conceding goals directly, but affecting the goals in the game. That's the problem.
Thank you very much.
No, you can't.
Right, before we go any further,
yes, you can. That's a common
sense. No, you really can't. And I'll get into that. It's very simple.
Actually, just
about my ball knowledge, I could run circles around you, mutt.
Right, but okay, cool. Now let me go through the super chats. Big up.
Did you call me Matt?
No.
Did you criticize my ball knowledge? Okay.
Right, cool.
By the way, first of all, people, people in this,
let him read the super chat.
One sec. Can people hear me, please?
It's only $4.99. I'll give you $5.
No, there's like a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them here. Artem saying Tyrion Lannister had better chance of saving those Benzema goals than Kepa. Fair enough.
That's
GoAM says FA Cup, Spanish Pickford or Senegalese Karius.
Oh.
Fucking hell, man. We ain't got to that point, GoAM. But big up yourself.
I used to respect you, GoAM.
Romelu, Omos, Lukaku can't score a damn open header. Yeah, Lukaku, the super sub, hasn't offered anything individually. It's just presence from
He's bold head.
Look,
that's it. AV says, I hope Kai and Reece James don't leave this team. Very little chance of either of them leaving in the summer. And Frosted Myth, big up yourself, saying, big up everyone. Thank God I didn't wake up at 4:30 a.m. to watch Benzema piping Chelsea.
I thought to wake up for
I don't even blame you. I don't even blame you. I hope you enjoyed your sleep.
I will get on Jester's defense. And this is what most horrible thing that people can do, actually. When people say you don't know the ball knowledge, to anybody, or you're not good fan enough. That's for me. Those two things you should not be allowed to say to our fan. Those two things you're not allowed because you don't see how other people see the game, and we don't. They don't see how you see in the game. You can criticize Jester for whatever fuck you want, but saying you don't know ball knowledge or you're not strong fan. It's those two things for me are the worst thing you can tell to any fan. I don't care. You can call it like class ref, even class ref. You cannot say those things even to the class ref. You see what I'm saying?
Like, I agree when it comes to a fan thing. You can't tell someone that they're not a proper fan of the team. If it comes to ball knowledge, you can say it only if you can back it up. You can't make just basic.
I don't think.
We've had some panelists on here where I've sat there and been like, "What the fuck are you watching?" Like,
and here's my
It gets to that point sometimes, but you have to be able to back those points up. In terms of being a fan, though, you can't tell anyone.
Yeah, the fan thing. Yeah, I don't get that.
Hold on a second. Minerals FC. You would say it to Johnny, Alex hypocrite. Why would I say to Johnny?
I don't think you ever said about
ball knowledge.
What did I say? Why would I say to Johnny? Would I ever say to him he's not a proper fan?
No. Talk about ball knowledge. No, ball knowledge. Yeah.
I don't think you even said that to him either, though.
No, never.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I don't think he has, in all honesty.
He said a lot worse to him.
I said to a lot worse, but definitely not that. Look, I will call him any kinds of word in the book, but I will not question his knowledge or question his. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Dinishan says we can beat Real by 2 in Spain, but Mount, Kante, and Kovacic will be crucial to stopping Benzema. Mendy will have to prove himself again after his mistake. This is the thing I don't get. Why does Mendy have to prove himself after his mistake?
He just made a mistake. He has to come back.
He should be benched this weekend.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kepa needs to start Southampton.
Be crucial to stop Benzema in spite of his consistently inconsistent performances this year. Same thing with Mason Mount too. Like, Mendy's had a bad game yesterday, but so did a lot
Two
of
on the bounce.
There's only a couple players who went on the
bounce,
really.
It wasn't just.
You can say 2 on the bounce for N'Golo too.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
He shouldn't play on Saturday
That's
either.
what my problem is. How are we saying 1 or 2 players?
I called Kante.
No one's saying that.
But we're gonna say Mendy has to prove himself again. No, N'Golo has to prove himself again too. Mount has to prove himself again.
That's poor choice of words. Improve himself. I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
He needs to hold.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think to bench Mendy versus Southampton, was that gonna be direct answer for his mistake at the?
No, I think it's just a rest.
No,
it's for him to.
Don't do it now.
I'm not. Do you think Mendy will take that as a rest?
No.
He better.
I think Mendy will take it as I've had a couple of crap games. I need to get my shit together.
If the manager goes to him and say, "Look, you got to clear your head and put him on the bench," I will agree with that.
That's what he's
Does
going to
anyone
do.
think he's carrying enough? Because he kept going down against Brentford, grabbing his knee the whole time, and like I don't know if he's carrying a knock or he's got a sore knee or something, but that's 2. He's had 2 just atrocious games, and I'm not saying he needs to be benched, but I wouldn't mind seeing Kepa against Southampton just for him to like gather his thoughts.
And look, we're saying Kepa against Southampton when James Ward-Prowse is going to be taking their set pieces.
Exactly.
This is how people.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Listen, if we lose, we lose. If we lose, we lose. I don't care. But like, it's just.
I know it's my fucking birthday. I fucking care if we lose.
But what would you force? What would you force Mendy? You can't afford to force Mendy again.
Like
we can't afford to have another game. We need the rest for Madrid.
Comment is that?
We need to win this league game. You can't afford to put.
Yeah, of course we can still win
this league goals. This league game is more important than championship.
There are points ahead of us.
But Kepa on that field is
Kepa's second choice end of it, and he's there as a backup, not as a starter.
Okay, so here's the question: how many poor games in a row is good for you guys to make a change for?
Well, Kepa had 18 months, so he's got a lot.
No. He got benched by Caballero. Caballero took his spot.
Kepa took it back.
Here's my
better either.
No, I just think that for the Brentford game, I agree with Matt that Kepa should have played that game, and Mendy should have played this one.
Well, it doesn't matter. Look, you have a starting goalkeeper. He's had a couple of bad games. Most managers, you've seen this with De Gea has been benched because of it. You've seen other people got sat down because of this. Why can't you sit down Mendy for a couple of games? Maybe he does have a knock. Maybe he's got something else going on in his life. Who knows? But the performance has not been good enough to say, "Oh, just run him out another game." If you have a viable alternative, and Kepa's a viable alternative, you put him out there, and you and you sit down Mendy for a game and see if that doesn't fix the situation.
If that happens, I'm letting Ward-Prowse take goal kicks. Because he'll have a chance there.
He's proven himself to save it. He did it in the Super Cup. He did it in the FA Cup. He did it in the Carabao Cup. He's done it.
You're pushing it too far, Andrew.
He did it against Southampton last time. He was on Southampton last time, and Ward-Prowse didn't take any long shots.
No, but I think he's still okay. No, I thought about last season. Last season,
didn't he get beaten at his near post?
Wait a minute.
Didn't he get beaten at his near post against Southampton?
Hang on, Lewis. So you're giving
him
Mendy prove himself.
Yeah, but no long shots.
Games, but you're not willing to let Mendy prove himself.
I think.
Hang on, Mendy's. I never said Mendy's proven himself.
I think we have bigger problems than fucking Mendy and Kepa in this team.
We're just going up the.
We're just talking about it. Yeah, we're just talking about it.
What ladder? We don't have ladder. Our ladder is the 2 steps.
Okay.
Wait, Matt, I got a question. Matt, I got
take outside shots. He's already played Southampton, and Ward-Prowse didn't take any long shots. He's proven you can save long shots. This myth he can't save long shots. He's done it before.
No, it's not a myth. No, it's not a myth. Stop. It's not a myth. It's not a myth.
He did it. It was 3 months ago. It wasn't a myth, but he's been saving. Take away De Bruyne's because no one's saying that one.
No. The De Bruyne one, he took a step to the wrong side and then tried to jump to the other one.
And I'm sorry, Mendy was out of position. He was out of position for a bunch of goals, both in the Brentford game and this one. Mendy was out of position. Sorry, the first goal, you do not get beat from a header, a weak ass header
from that far out. Thank you. This is what I was saying.
That was a great.
The first goal. No, it wasn't. It was a good header. No, it was a good header because there was. Hold on, let me speak. Hold on, let me speak. That was a good header in it because he got some spin on there. It was a nice header. But Mendy was a step off his line, and he just shouldn't have been. If you take it a step back, he would have saved it. And this is like an intensity that he has.
Watch goal.
I was defending inside the box.
The first goal.
No.
The first goal.
He
was a step. He was a step forward. He was.
Time out.
Was he? Okay. Was he not a step?
He couldn't have saved it. Bollocks.
Yes, it was.
No. Hold on. Yes, he couldn't have saved it from his positioning. My issue is with his positioning, not his save technique or anything like that. His starting position was wrong. That's why the header beat him.
That is correct.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. Like, how often do you see keepers get beaten from headers from that far out? The only one that I can think of is like
Andrew. The ball was right above his arm. It wasn't in the corner.
I've seen it, man. I disagree with you. So let's move on.
Okay, I mean, but
right.
No, don't get me wrong. Kepa, I don't know if Kepa.
Yeah. No, Kepa was a save.
That's the difference. And
talk about position.
Kepa was a save. No way.
No, but it's not a Mendy versus Kepa. It's not a Mendy versus
for the goal because the goal started way before that.
I'm sorry.
Actually, that's fact. It's not exactly. It's not Mendy versus Kepa.
I mean, has he been so bad this year that he can't get a
I know
game?
that ain't who I think it is saying that.
No, here's my thing. Us as Chelsea fans, we all like hail Mendy as the best keeper in the world, so we should keep him the best keeper in the world standards. It's not just a thing where like so goes in, and we don't even want to look at it because it's Mendy. Like you do need to analyze these things, and we could see what's off his line there. Just talk about it. It's fine, admit it.
Yeah, he wasn't. He hasn't been good for 2 games.
Yeah,
so let's just
more than
leave
2
it
games
at there.
actually. He set up. Jorginho affected a couple of back passes to him that made them do wrong. That made them change decision and make the wrong decision. But I agree, Mendy lately dropped his form. I don't know if it's enough for Mendy to be benched, but it's not my problem. My problem is actually on the field players more than Mendy and Kepa. There's way bigger problems than that.
Well, we would have been
you can't be that exposed on transition.
Sorry, Matt, you can't say that. Yeah, you cannot say that.
Yes, I can.
Kepa's record.
Wait, what did he say?
No idea.
Hang on, no. I'm just answering.
Wait, why is Kepa being brought up? Why is Kepa being brought up?
No. Hang on. Alex just said that. Alex said let's stop talking about it because it wouldn't have made a difference. He just said it's up because it wouldn't have made a difference. Focus in the first place. But I'm just saying.
I don't understand what.
Good idea. Let's
the
move on.
only difference they would have made for me. The only difference they would have made for me is the third goal. That's the only difference I think Kepa wouldn't have done it. But that does not make the other chances to be wrong by Kepa. Remember that miss that Benzema did it when he went wide.
Nah, VJ, we can't hear you, bro. Sorry.
It's because Kepa is massive, so Benzema needed to go wider. That's why he.
Now we can
hear now.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me a sec, guys. Just gonna go through. Big up yourself, Chris, as well. Take care. Cameron says we gave the game to them. Jorginho should have gone off after the first half. Had some chances like the free Lukaku header. The way we played, it could have been 5. It could have been 5. We also could have actually pulled it back if we took our chances. But again, same old Chelsea, so you can't really say too much on that. SS66 says so clear it was Kante who left J5 exposed, not Mason Mount. Kante's positioning was all over the place.
It's true. It's not
all over the place. Michael, you're my guy and everything, but go fuck yourself. Tim says Klasref was right about Mickey Mount. Kasraf was right.
You need to look at your life.
What did he say?
I don't even know what Klasraf said. I forget most of the time. It said, should Mendy have saved the first goal?
Yes.
Yes, but like he definitely wasn't to blame for it. Like
Ederson, Allison, Neuer all saved that goal.
No proof of that whatsoever. So
yes, I did.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Yes, we do. Their whole fucking career.
You can see Courtois save.
Courtois actually saves that.
You can see Courtois save, man, and that's
no. Listen, hold on. Just look. They've never been beaten from that. Have you ever? Hold on. Have you ever? Hold on. Edison. Hold on.
It went right above his hand.
He was standing a yard off his line, and he always does this, and fine, but there he got beat because of it.
Sure, they save everything. I forgot.
Why are you defending him so much? He had a shit game, 2 on the bounce.
I agree he had a shit game, but this whole revisionist thing like Kepa would have come in and done well. I know.
Andrew,
Kepa would have done better.
I allowed you to finish. Let me finish. Yeah. Have some respect. But yeah, what I'm saying is like this. So somehow, like Matt said, it would have been 2-1 if Kepa was there. It's absolute bollocks.
That's dog water.
And everyone else, they would have all saved that. You're just guessing as well. You're just guessing.
No. Okay, I have one question. I have one question. Do you agree?
3-2, maybe.
No. Do you agree that Mendy was off his line a yard further than he should have been? Do you agree with that? Have you seen it? Did you look at the goal?
I don't believe you would have saved it. Either way.
No. That's not my question.
I don't believe anyone would have saved it.
Okay. All right.
It's just not worth arguing over. Move on.
No, it's not. Yeah, can we grab Christensen now? Can we grab Christensen?
Now, why are we isolating individual performance?
No, let's talk about the manager.
Well, because we witnessed. We witnessed. Bro, no.
Plus, I also have a few super chats I need to go to. So
swear down. Yeah. All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Mendy has never been a world-class KP.
Keeper.
I'm gonna guess he meant to say goalkeeper. He might not even be the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. There's a debate whether he is the best or not, but he's definitely up there. I wouldn't let the last 2 or 3 games cloud the judgment. That's just a bit reactionary. But big up yourself, Felipe. Anyway, I hope you're doing good. SS66 again says Kepa has 8 clean sheets, 15 this year, conceded 10 goals.
What is that?
What does that mean?
15 clean sheets.
I think he means 8 clean sheets in 15.
8 clean sheets in 15,
Doesn't
and
make
this
sense.
year he's conceded 10 goals.
That's what a backup sometimes does. That's why
I'm confused with that. Anyway.
I think Mendy's 25 games, 24 goals.
And Go AM says I'd rather celebrate Ramadan with the Ricketts to watch castrated Cahill play.
Oh my god!
Go AM is goated.
I would have aired that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Did we miss anything else? No. I think that's all.
Lewis, Lewis, you said this is parental guidance, man. Why you have to bring a parrot here?
When did I ever say this was parental guidance? You said it was.
It is parental guidance.
Wait, why is Nathaniel here? What the?
No, it's never been parental guidance.
Well, Yosta, come on. I throw the link out to everyone. You already know that.
Before Nathaniel goes, I'll quickly complete what I want to say.
I said before Nathaniel goes. Can't be asked.
Yeah. I know. After that, it'll be very difficult for me to make any sense. So this is what I want to talk about with respect to yesterday's performance. Again, saying just one person was bad on the pitch because it was collectively a bad effort is how I'd put it rather. Mendy was a bit nervous and shaky at the back. We didn't have actually a plan to tackle the 3 midfield that Real Madrid had put up. Kante was completely out of position. Jorginho, it's becoming difficult for me to talk about Jorginho because again, when you see Mendy, the passes that he receives from Jorginho, it kind of puts him in a tough spot as well at times. So I think Jorginho also has to take, not with this game specifically, but then he also needs to be taking up those sort of a responsibility. When you know your goalkeeper is not very good at distribution, you just have to adjust and play accordingly. So that's something that, probably Jorginho Jorginho should be doing as a senior player, as someone who plays that registrar role. I'd probably expect him to better distribute without using the goalkeeper as much as possible. If you know the goalkeeper is actually having a bad game, that's one. That's one thing. And about the front line, Pulisic, not so much seen yesterday, maybe because he wasn't getting enough support. But again, because Azpilicueta, it was not Alonso, so should have done better. Mason Mount, again, we always talk about his work rate, but in terms of performance, in terms of conversion, we still have a bit of trouble with Mason Mount. And I think it would be unfair for me to say that he is getting away because of his work rate, but I think he's got the potential to do a lot better. That's why people in the social media, you could say they are being reactionary about it. It's just that we have high expectations for Mason Mount. That's the reason why, at times when people criticize Mason Mount, and a lot of people get annoyed as well, because you've seen him perform at that level and you expect him to do the same, and he's not doing it right now. And that's probably the reason why a lot of people have issues with how Mason Mount is performing. Hakim Ziyech was also very silent yesterday, if you ask me. I'm not really feeling well with my throat, guys, so I could be a bit laggy or
too much shouting
my voice could be.
Sounds like you were shouting a lot yesterday, BJ, at the screen.
Me? After the game, we didn't have anything to shout about yesterday. And Romelu Lukaku, I mean, this is exactly what you would expect from a 100 million player. Come during those clutch moments and perform. He did get his head for 2 of those very good delivery, but then he was not able to convert. And I'd probably expect him to do better there. But when you've got Karim Benzema doing the same thing for Real Madrid, why can't you do that, right? So that's something that I probably, not exactly criticize, but that those are certain areas that definitely Romelu Lukaku should be looking at improving. Kai Havertz, again, clutch moment, very big games.
Can you put up Goyam's comment?
Yes. So I think Kai Havertz is one signing that has proved his money's worth. So he still continues to do so. So he's got a lot more potential that he can, just improve. So I think we still have a slick chance of beating Real Madrid back in their home, but then a lot depends on how we recover from this loss. I'm pretty sure Thomas Tuchel would be looking at different ways on how to actually bounce back from the loss. I was a bit concerned about him accepting that the tie is actually gone, theoretically speaking. So
I think it's
just could be basically the reactionary frustration from him. Maybe it's not. We shouldn't be reading too much into it. But if he cannot bounce back, I mean, it doesn't send the right message to the media or to the players or to the fans as well, right? So I probably wouldn't have said it if it was me. But again, Thomas Tuchel, for the way that he's handled the media, the way that he had his personal problems, and how he's handling the media, I'm absolutely not going to say anything about our manager at this point in time. We've got potential to pull this game back. My request to the Chelsea fan base would be that this particular tie is not over. We obviously have a lot more time to ponder over what has gone wrong, but I don't think so. This is the time right now. I mean, we still can go ahead and ponder over it. It's fine, but we shouldn't be so much reactionary in criticizing players to an extent where the players kind of get impacted mentally as well. There is one more game left in this tie, and if we are able to get the best out of it, we still can win this game, win this tie at least. So,
well, I think if you take his full quote in context, he said if we play like this, the tie is over. He's absolutely right about that.
So here's the last time I'm gonna talk about this. You see the goal. You see where the hand was and where the ball is, Andrew. That's the problem. First of all, here's who's the player beside him that never tracked him, and he got beat, and he got beat in the near post.
Double whammy.
He got beat in the near post.
Of course.
He got beat in the near post.
That's Jorginho's fault.
It's it. I'm done with Mendy.
He got the
Not
double
done. I'm saying like
yeah.
He got the double jab. He got the Jorginho jab.
Killing two birds with one stone. That's what that calls.
Exactly.
Raddy Sokal blaming Mount after this disaster class is stupid. Again, any individual scapegoating isn't fair enough unless you're going to speak about everybody in general. What else? Big up Felipe Barbosa. Appreciate the donation, saying there is bigger issues. Christensen shouldn't be playing for CFC anymore. Silva is showing his age. Jorginho is a disgrace in the middle. Pulisic showing his consistency issues. Same with Mount. And let's not even talk about Lukaku. There's a lot of issues in that game.
It's reactionary when you blame Silva, Rudiger, and Christensen. There is. Because
But do you guys think that Christensen has failed his Spanish test yesterday with the way that he performed?
Yes, he failed. He failed miserably. He can't get the contract now. Such a shame.
I think it's
that's good news, though. You're right.
I think actually, like, the three in the back are good, but if you play split passes between them, they do not defend well. Man, it's.
Well, let's say this: Thiago Silva should have not been played against Brentford.
Exactly. Yes, I agree.
Yes.
He should not be played. He
Him
should not
and
be played
Mendy,
on Saturday.
neither of them.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
He should not.
We should have stopped that
game. He's 37, and what people don't understand about the age thing, it's not that you can't go out there and perform at a high level. It's as the season wears on, you don't recover as well. Because
recovery is too slow.
Yeah, and it's not even that. It's where they're flying in from. Like he's flying in from Brazil,
and he played in Brazil.
Yeah, Mendy's flying in from Africa as well. Long flights, you know what I mean? Has their effect. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, them two, I don't think they should have played. I guess.
Pulisic too. Did Pulisic play against Bamford?
No.
No, he didn't. No, but I think he played the later game.
To play the other two even more strange.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're not going to play Pulisic because he's travelling from foreign, everything like that. But you're going to play the other two and everything like that. So
I did.
But again, we're blaming offensive players here. And I don't think the offense wasn't great, but the speed, the pace that we tried to build up play was horrible yesterday. It's slow.
Wait, which offensive? Which
play like that
into shape every time. You know how Alex was saying about Luka Modric, and he just picks up the ball and he instantly lays off a pass. None of our players do it. They pick up the ball, they stop, they look up, they assess their options, and then they make the pass. And by then, Madrid have already set up. They already see all the options that are there, and they're the first player onto it. Which is why we
second
half just passing sideways.
It's easy to defend. It's easy to defend.
It was very easy in the second half. They barely got out of second gear, especially when we gave them a goal 30 seconds into it. But you get what I mean.
We're the worst counter-attacking side. We're one of the worst counter.
We are exactly Chelsea and bad counter-attacking.
Yeah.
Can you imagine this is sentence? Chelsea bad and counter-attacking.
Yeah,
Alex, you know what our best counter-attacking? You know what our best counter-attacking moment was this season? The offside goal against Brentford earlier this season when Lukaku was offside. That's our best counter-attacking move this season, and it was offside. We are hopeless.
I agree with Diego's comments on here because this has been a problem for so long. It probably is ingrained in these players.
Well, I mean, when you have Jorginho on the pitch,
Sarri, Conte,
yeah,
even aspects on the Mourinho.
When you have Jorginho on the pitch, he's like the essence of slow possession. You know, he doesn't get any slower than with him.
It wasn't just him.
It
was no. I'm not. Yeah.
Look, N'Golo Kante will choose run with the ball over first pass. Choose.
Yes.
We don't have forward thinking.
We will choose run with the ball quicker than the pass. Choose.
Well, you know.
But my thing is,
Kante should probably, just slow down a bit. When I say slow down a bit, he's almost playing like a second striker. I don't think so. That's the right position.
You know what I learned yesterday? That Fabregas can't stand Jorginho.
Because he's the antithesis of Fabregas. Like he's the complete opposite of Fabregas.
Jorginho for years.
Well, but like every time we play bad in the midfield, he always goes on a Twitter and
he low-key blames Jorginho for why he had to leave Chelsea so soon.
That's why I love Fabregas. He's my brother from another mother.
And this idea that in the last two games,
I used to hate Fabregas, man. I used to hate him with the guts.
The idea that N'Golo Kante is playing. The idea that N'Golo Kante is playing too far up the pitch is stupid. Number one. Because he did it last year. He just had the legs to get back and get into his position. He doesn't have the legs, and that's what you're starting to see.
That's kind of the first one saying that's not stupid. Then he just used to run it back. Then it's not as stupid.
But it's not like he didn't play like that. The idea that he's playing too far forward, that's dumb. He did that last year as well. He just had the legs to get back into position and run things down.
That's not dumb. That's just that means that he just I disagree with that.
And plus, he met Astrid before the game. Can we just say that?
Yes, I was gonna bring that shit up.
Why do you hide your head? I didn't bring your name up.
Why are you hiding your head like it's going to do with you?
If I speak about that, I'm in big trouble.
The time that you mentioned Rudiger had shocker that game. Remember that?
What are you doing to us? Are you pimping? Are you her pimp? Okay,
by the way,
what is it? Why is it your problem?
You know what's funny? When two hosts get in arguments on the Twitter, apparently two of them got an argument. One Manchester City.
Like that meme of two homeless people fighting each other.
It's a Spider-Man meme. It's like that.
Big up Goyam saying COVID, injuries, sanctions, war, divorce, managing Christensen's ovaries will still be the lowest point of Thomas Tuchel's career.
Prime.
Again, fair enough for super chat, Nick, because it's the only way I'm reading that shit.
You know what, Prime? I'm gonna have to agree with you, Prime, on this. Yes, he did. Unfortunately, he did. So,
why would you claim that?
Yeah, I know.
Why would you claim that?
Somebody definitely the location, isn't it? The location of team hotels definitely in a secret place. Somebody must have been snuck into.
It's not that secret place if all of you find it every game, is it?
Oh, that is true.
It's not secret if you broadcast.
I've seen so many more fans there now since the last time you took us. So It's basically common knowledge. Plus, someone quote tweeted it with the location. So there you go.
Nothing's sacred anymore.
Harrison Hunter says Kante for me is approaching the twilight of his career, and Kovacic is our best midfielder right now. He must start the next game. Thoughts from everyone? Yeah, Kovacic.
Disagree.
What does he mean by twilight of his career?
Disagree.
Like, is he? What does he mean by? Is he done?
No. We already decided backstage that this is not going to be an excuse because they fasted last year and didn't have a problem.
And so is Benzema.
Yeah, sorry as well,
Benzema,
because remember the Europa League final? N'Golo Kante in a leg brace and also fasting ran rings around the Arsenal midfield. He's had brilliant games in spite of fasting.
What's his name?
Same thing like
Fat is fasting,
Mahrez.
but he doesn't have time to stop wanking in the corners.
Do you not remember Ramadan Mahrez from last season when he was just banging in goals?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Like that's an excuse. That's an excuse. Like,
that's a pure excuse.
They're used to it by this point.
And Benzema's fasting.
Yeah, so hold that. Yep. Like these guys have been fasting for upwards of 20 years. Like, just stop.
Right. And by the time the game was played, they had already been able to break their fast and hydrate. And
that's the thing. If Ramadan was an issue, it would be an issue that we were all well aware of years in advance, as opposed to now. So Ramadan has nothing to do with it.
And you know what?
We've seen Kante playing his best of the game during this particular month only every season. So.
You know when you buy the player, what they practice and everything like. It's like the same fans that complain about African Nations Cup being in January or something. If close by the African players, they know what they're going to get every few years. They're going to be unavailable in January or February.
Man literally dropped 3 man of the matches in the Champions League while fasting.
Exactly. Yeah.
Last
2
year.
against Madrid.
Yeah, and 2 against Madrid.
It's a poor take. Look, I watched players for years.
You got yourself Radis Sokal anyway, but yeah.
And Lewis, I do have a question for you.
What?
So, so my question basically is on Christensen again. That's why I wanted to direct the question to you. How much of yesterday's performance should we attribute? Again, we kind of are attributing his yesterday's performance to Christensen more, but then I'm trying to understand from you, how much should we be attributing to Reece James's attacking on that right wing back? Because he was moving forward, so kind of Christensen was just left with Vinicius Junior. So do you think we should be looking at that from a different angle as well? Like, if Reece kind of had supported behind, maybe Christensen could have done better?
No.
Yeah, I disagree.
Again, Vinny Jr. was Christensen's man because Ancelotti moved, I think it's Ferland Mendy inside. So that was Reece James's man, was Ferland Mendy, not Vinny Jr.
That would have been Carvajal, right?
I understand he was not his man, but then
on the right side,
I'm trying to ask is Vinicius Junior is not someone who you just have Christensen to deal with. I think he still would have required a bit of support.
I'll be real. Like, you coming from me, like AC should have handled him better. He handled him fine last season, 1v1. This season he didn't. So.
And again,
that's more Vinicius' quality as well. We're not going to say it was just
he's the Brazilian show. Please do not bring up his quality.
Vinicius played well.
No. At least literally played kick and run with him. It's not like he he literally kicked the ball deep and let him run onto it. Like, it wasn't. He didn't do anything spectacular.
But at least Vinicius actually takes people on. Cho just doesn't take people on at all. So.
There was nobody to take on yesterday.
He's running in.
He absolutely impregnated Christensen. Christensen is pregnant with triplets because of what Vinicius did to him.
If you look at the first goal, he plays the ball inside to Benzema, and it was a 1-2. It was a 1-2. It was a 1-2, and Christensen went towards Benzema.
Yeah, he got a pace, didn't it?
Once you make that first step towards Benzema,
you open up the space. You open up the space. It was too easy.
He knows better. That's
not his guy. He couldn't even foul him because he moved inside. At least he could have fouled him if he stayed with him and give away a free kick or something. He couldn't even didn't even do that.
Yeah, he made the build-up play for them in that one. But again, like I said, Mendy should have done better on that first goal as well. Thiago Silva also comes in for Vinicius and leaves Benzema completely.
Yeah, I don't know what Silva
I cannot stand. Good Lord. The first rule of Fight Club is close the ball down. Christensen was out of place. That means Thiago has to come across and close the ball down, just like Conte did in the Brentford game.
No, but isn't that more AC's responsibility to recover from his mistake?
No.
Because as you see, Benzema was left isolated as a result of it.
How long has Thiago Silva played football?
At least 20 years.
Fucking years.
As a top flight defender. He did the right thing. Why? Because he's been doing it for 20 years at the top flight.
No,
and we're sitting here going, he shouldn't have done that.
Capable of making mistakes.
That was the proper
not
thing
that
to
kind
do.
of mistake. That's a football knowledge mistake. He's coming to close the ball down because that's what you have to do in those situations. Otherwise, Vinicius just runs free with the ball and he's in on goal by himself. He's hoping Rudiger is behind him, gonna take the runner behind him.
Or you're saying it's more like he's been left. So you're saying it's more he's been left in a 2v1 situation because of that?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. If you're in a 2v1, even in a game like basketball, on a breakaway, if you're a lone defender, your job is to stop the ball first and foremost.
No. Like fair enough, because it's like a situation. You won the other.
Cream.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
cream at the bottom.
He has a cream pie.
Arsenal said,
my boy, what?
I agree with everything with what Alex said. We tried pressing high, we were bad at it. Once they got past the first level of press, we had Jorginho pretty much isolated. And we know he's not defending in space.
This is why Mount should have dropped back to help him.
It was. And it was a tactical disaster class from us as well, individually and tactically.
No, I don't think it was a tactical disaster class. I think Ancelotti had a master class in tactics.
So big up everyone, man. Big up everyone in the chat as well.
There's so much more Tuchel could have done, and he didn't.
What could he have done?
I think he knows that.
What could he have done?
Well, in your head, you think that he didn't.
No. Don't try to get in my head. I'm asking you.
No. Well, Tuchel should have instructed. If you're saying he didn't instruct him, he should have instructed Mount to drop back to help Jorginho. There's one. Two. Reece James.
No, I didn't get to speak.
Come on, let me speak. My days.
Let me speak.
Oh my days.
I'm on my phone.
Yeah, I
know you for tour. I know you for tour. You're telling me for tour.
Knows what he was doing, bringing this guy in.
That wasn't me, bro. I was on the food.
Lewis, can I speak?
I was on the food. I'm not even.
I don't believe you. Lewis, can I speak?
It doesn't matter. You're gone.
You got your final thoughts, bro. Go on.
Nah. You shouldn't have his say.
You've been dropping Kepa prop for 30 minutes.
I'm not kicked out though. I'm not kicked out. Listen, I'm not kicked out.
What I want to say is,
I can't lie. Yeah, that £100.
Can't even speak on
that.
So what I want to say is, listen. Can I actually speak? I was sold a dream by.
No, you're not. You're not.
Let me finish.
Get out.
You're just gonna make this long, bro. Just let him say what he's gonna say.
I was sold a dream. I was sold a dream by the competent team. Come on. Lewis,
goodbye.
Respect the super chat, Lewis. People asking to respect the super chat.
Let's say one thing.
Nothing.
It's not part of the rule.
So listen,
that's
I think
not a part of the rule.
Bye-bye.
He's going.
After today, what we've learned is that Mount cannot play anymore because he's so trash. Like the competent team mentioned Mount. I was told the team. Everybody said he should stay there.
You let him stay for that.
Right. Nathaniel, pick up yourself.
It's time to go.
Guys, take care of yourself.
Exactly.
You guys are all horrible people.
Ravi is saying that the sound is
you
bad.
Guys. Why are you saying you guys? It's like
actually,
you guys.
I don't even know if you said.
I wonder why he always gets on the stream, Lewis. I don't know if I'm putting two and two together.
No, exactly.
Don't expose him.
There were people on it before Nathaniel. I sent the link to like 15 people.
Yeah.
He just got in.
But the
literally, as soon as you added him, I said it immediately. I said like, yep, 300 quid, easy.
That's smart from Lewis.
300 quid.
Appreciate the early birthday present.
Lewis brings on Pokudoku next week. He's going for the 200.
Yeah.
200 quid.
Rent must have gone up.
We've done all we have to do. We don't have to talk about Christensen anymore. So big up everyone, like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, and as always, up the Chelsea. Okay, maybe not. We'll leave it for a few minutes. Anything else you guys want to go into? Like we don't have.
I would have just jumped out of the stream right now.
Wait, what?
I thought you're ending it for real.
Oh, you nearly jumped out. No. Of course you ain't gonna end it. Just on that. But yeah, what were we even talking about before Nathaniel got kicked?
Hey Lewis, I sent you a couple of DMs. Also, did you get to see my poll I put up yesterday?
Your poll?
I put a poll on Twitter. And the poll was, have you seen the best of Conte?
Oh, yeah.
The answers were no, yes, and Pulisic isn't good enough.
I mean, he's not, but...
Wait, Jester, you put that as a third option on your poll?
Yes, I did.
What's your fault?
No, the point...
And what got
the point of that poll is...
Yeah.
Why would you bring something like that up when we're talking about a different player? And this is about the mentality of our fan base.
He wasn't good enough, though.
Just, I'm interested about the results.
Yes.
So, if you would like me to explain why our attack was so ineffective yesterday, I can do so.
Because Mountain Pulisic will
go ahead.
First of all, we had an unbalanced team. We had a very unbalanced team yesterday. We had all our attacking options on the right-hand side and one on the left. If you look at the first half and Pulisic's heat map, he's picking the ball up right after midfield, which is not where you want him to receive the ball. You want him to receive the ball further up the pitch, which means you have to look at the other two players he's playing with, Jorginho and Azpilicueta. A right-footed wing back that has the pace of Yertle the Turtle, and Bambi, who he doesn't have the legs to do anything. So, on top of that, Ancelotti dropped Valverde.
Oh my god! I can't be bothered.
No way.
What is this?
Sorry, Jester. That's the only thing to interrupt, man.
My god, I can't be bothered.
Wow, she's on fire today.
This man's making business moves here. Smart man.
Bro, where are you getting this money from?
I don't know.
I just want to know.
I don't know
what it's in the name. It's in the name. Strip bear.
Lewis, do you take your donations in ones?
You're on mute.
He's on mute. Yeah. Well, there's nothing to...
Or maybe he's not on mute. He doesn't have any sound. So let me finish up real quick. Yeah. So Valverde dropped deep, and Vinny and Benzema stayed higher up on the pitch. So when we went and attacked down the left-hand side,
that is prime defo.
Hold on a second. Bring Ojo. I'll be next. It's okay.
Guys, just to finish. Just to finish, man.
So when Pulisic on the left side received the ball, he was up against 3 defenders. He had nobody to play off of, so his only pass was backwards. That's the only thing he could do.
Yeah.
There was nobody making runs in front of him. There was nobody from the midfield making a run. So it was either he had to make a dink pass or a cross-field pass to Kai Havertz, or he had to play backwards. So that's exactly why the left side did nothing the entire game.
Right, and they were few and far between because we spent 90% of our attack up the right side. I mean, you're talking about maybe a handful of chances that we even tried the left side, and it was almost non-existent.
Yesterday, Roland Mendy had a blinder. He played like a man, like a man with his brother in jail. He's trying to do some jailbreak there, but he put the right hand side in a split. I mean, he was all over it.
I just have two things to say to what you just said. So one, you said what's it called? Pulisic was picking up the ball like just above midfield, but in pretty much like I'm pretty sure this whole season, that's where he's been picking up the ball all season. Like it's not like he's been getting the ball in the final third that much to do a dribble, or that often at least. And then secondly, I mean, we don't have Chilwell, so he has to make do with what he's got. Like there's only Azpilicueta or Alonso. Like he's not like blessed with options on that left hand side. So we're always going to be lopsided to the right hand side. Do you know what I mean?
I don't disagree with you. You can't blame the one person for.
No. Yeah. I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying that that's why. Yeah.
And if you look at the game,
you're not gonna believe it. Sorry, Josh.
No, you're fine.
What happened?
I was just saw what Johnny Minerals tweeted. Can Lewis put that tweet for me?
Nah, don't.
We don't even know if he's here. Oh, there we go.
Don't give him the attention. It's all right.
No. He's actually got what I was saying, but he's like if you will find him showing exactly what I was talking about, Modric versus Jorginho, you will see what I was talking about when he's running with the ball instead of passing quick. That was exactly I don't know. I'll send it to you if you can find it.
Let me see what I can find.
Just send it to you. The way, right now on my poll, the yes answer is at 47%. The no answer is at 24%, and Pulisic isn't good enough is at 29%.
Who voted for who? Who voted for who?
You can't say who voted for who.
Yeah,
I was surprised. I thought the Pulisic thing is going to be higher voting than anybody else.
It's got some more hours to run yet, so
no, I remember that part as well. I remember watching that live. I was fuming.
And that's what exactly the problem. Do you think if he would have passed...
this is why I'm not sitting there saying like Jorginho had a good game or anything. Like I think there was definitely flaws in his game too.
No, but that's the problem with Jorginho at every game. He will choose to make those. Like he runs with the ball instead of passing, and he's not running back to defend it. You see what I'm saying? He completely gives up on running. If you will look at the second goal that they scored against us, Benzema just running past him. He's not even running. He's walking.
Yeah, but you can't run.
Yeah, the only thing I will say though is that when we were in possession, I said the whole team had that issue though. That's an isolated incident that I do not understand what you're talking about.
Look at the little kids bringing
up everybody, especially in the second half when we had possession. They all held on to the ball way too much.
The goals that we conceded was because we got overrun in the midfield in the transition.
Mm-hmm.
We were 2-2 open.
Which was the difference from last year. We didn't get overrun.
Exactly. Because
who played against Madrid?
I'll take care of BJ.
In the midfield yet? Last year?
It was Jorginho, Mount, and Kante.
It wasn't Kovacic and Kante?
Nope.
No.
Kovacic, I think Kovacic was injured, if you remember.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I asked.
Do you remember do you remember that City game? Couldn't play Jorginho and Kante at the same time because we were in between these two legs. So we had to swap them out, and Gilmore played because Kovacic was out injured. So it was Kante, Jorginho, and Mount. Yeah.
How many times I've been saying I don't have problem with we already set up with Jorginho in our team, so we have to play the way we have to. But to make adjustment and leave him exposed, it's not the answer. If he's there, keep the freaking Kante right beside him all the time.
Or at least have Mount drop back to support him as well, make it a 3. That's my biggest thing.
No. I don't think Mount is the problem either, because Mount, he's not dropping all the way deep to Jorginho's level. He was never done that the last season either. You see what I'm saying? Kante is the one. Kovacic is the one that stay close to Jorginho. Mount never done it. Mount was doing it, but higher up in the midfield. He was creating space. When we have possession, that's when Mount was dropping, not in defensive stage.
They did it as a pack.
He was dropping exactly.
It was at a pack.
Exactly.
I'm talking about like
in defensive stage. He was doing it in offensive stage. That's when he's dropping. He was empty. He was getting into that empty spot between a midfield and the forwards. That's how he was going in the midfield. Not when he was defending. When he was defending, he was still pressing high. But the Kovacic or Kante was sitting behind Jorginho. What we did yesterday is exactly how we looked under Lampard. Exactly.
Yeah.
Too many spaces.
Yeah, Kante was like just running around like headless practically. I agree.
That's what he does. That's what he does all the time.
I mean, it's obvious he's past his prime. He's 31. Like that's what I mean. Like we need to reduce the amount of distance he has to cover, and that's why I feel like he needs more support around him.
The thing that makes Kante great is also the thing that
I
is going to make him
make
him burn out early, because we love him because he can run the entire game through the entire pitch, high, low, doesn't matter. He's always going to be back in position because of his work rate. When that goes away,
not much offer.
There's nothing else.
Which means he's
not a good passer.
Which means he has to now evolve his game. He has to evolve his game now and realize he can only do that so much, or not at all.
Yep, exactly what I
said.
Can you put Scott comment for me, Lewis? Unless you're wanking, I don't want to bother you.
He addicted to that W word. He's always talking about it. I know, he's always talking about it. Why is Feta laughing?
Why is Fata laughing? Because he knows secretly he's the one who's doing it, not Lewis.
What's the phrase again, Alex? What's the phrase again?
Oh, hookers and stripper.
Hookers and hand jobs.
Hand jobs.
No.
You don't know. You don't know.
I'm with you on this. This is a curse. Like, you're right,
Lewis. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think Lewis is at the mic.
Just say it. Just address it, Alex. Just address it.
He said, I don't want to.
So basically,
butcher his comment.
Says 2 world-class midfielders noticed how little support Mount was giving J5. Apparently, Mount isn't at fault.
The problem is, in offensive, Mount is at fault for not help him. In offensive, and the defensive, Mount didn't supposed to help him.
No, he is. I think he is meant to drop a little bit.
But a higher place in a higher position. So we got cooked, not because of Mount. We got cooked because of Jorginho. But when I understand his point, if we have the ball and Jorginho possession the ball, Mount did not help him by opening up. I understand what that was, Scott. But I was talking about when we are the defensive transition, and that's when I'm not blaming Mount.
But do you see Mount checking back, even though we got 5
English Kante coming back next year?
I saw it, but I'm saying like it's not his primary.
Yeah, I can't wait for Gallagher. I can't wait for Gallagher to come back.
I don't want Gallagher this season. Sorry, next season. Season after that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. You're smoking trees. You're smoking trees.
No, not right now. I was still letting him get another season in because
why?
He's not going to be
Stop
starting.
it.
Wait, why?
Stop it.
Why?
No, because if he comes in right now, he's not going to be starting. I want him to come in and start starting instantly.
How do you
Yes,
know
he will be. It depends. No, hold on. It depends on what formation we play. I think we go to a back 4 next season.
But hang on.
I think we go to a back 4 next season.
He doesn't have to come in and start right away. It's a squad game.
Yeah, so I would let him at least develop one more season, see how and then he comes in.
Hold on. Which if we play 2 midfield, who starts over Gallagher in the 2-man midfield?
Which position we say? Which formation?
We'll just stay with the same formation.
If we're saying a 3 at the back, I'll be honest, I don't see him getting a team. If we're playing a 4, he'll be the first one.
I do.
In the squad. Because hang on, who are you gonna put next to him? I don't know who you put next to him.
Anybody. Like you. Okay, make your dream midfield. Make your dream midfield. Make your dream midfield next season.
I'll put Jorginho next to him if I can. But
why would you put Jorginho next to him? Jorginho's not going to be in the team next year.
No, he's not. Yeah, you got your mind. You got your mind made up that he's gone in the summer.
He's gone in the summertime.
No,
hold on. I'm gonna hop back out and hop back in.
That's if you get to Shimeni.
I can see that.
No, he's gone in the summertime regardless.
Nah. Okay. Who?
From who?
Name the teams in Italy.
Hold on.
Lazio, Juve,
Napoli.
Mental state he's got.
Can I cook, Matt? You know, he's
No, you're gonna fly.
resigning. He's due to sign a contract this summer. Otherwise, he's going to be in the last year, right?
Yeah, next season his last contract. So I will see him walking out on free.
So he was going to have 1 year. So if he doesn't sign the contract this summer, he's going for free. Do you think Chelsea's going to be? Do you think Chelsea's going to be letting him go for free?
Let's see. If we don't get another player, 100% will stay.
We don't have to bring another player.
But Tuchel really, I don't get the fans' point of view.
Let's do simple.
Tuchel backs Jorginho. Tuchel
no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He hates Jorginho.
If he hates him, he wouldn't be starting him in the game. I don't know.
He has no other choice.
Look.
You see,
do you think Chelsea will offer him more than 1 year extension?
No, I don't want to offer him another one. I'm a big Jorginho fan, but I would take money for him this season as well.
But what I'm saying is, it's not about what he wants; it's what Chelsea is gonna give him. And if he's not sacrificed, he's gonna leave. We're not gonna let him go on free, like the other players.
Like we did. Yeah.
No.
So why are you saying he's staying there?
Because I'm just saying from the standpoint of view, I don't see Chelsea selling him. I'm just saying like from the realistic standpoint.
So
I want him. I would take money for him.
Do you think Chelsea will not tell him to lose money over what?
But they're not going to sell him because we still need another midfielder.
It all
there.
depends on the contract.
Who's going to come in and replace Jorginho?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
My left testicle.
He hates him. Who, Stephanie? Who hates him?
Excellent.
You, man. You know who she's talking about.
Why you chose my leave stuff alone?
But like, Matt, like you're saying it all depends on the contract negotiations. Because the one thing I do understand is Chelsea aren't going to have themselves in a position like they have with Christensen and Rudiger. They've seen the mistakes they're going to make. If he resigns, then he's clearly not leaving because he's already signed the contract. But he has to sign the contract first. They're in negotiations for it.
No, they aren't. Nobody's being negotiated a contract right now.
Nobody's spoke about it. That's what I was saying.
Sanctions in it. Sanctions in it. We got to wait for the new owners. And if the owners and him have successful negotiations, he'll sign and that's it.
Why would you re-sign him? What possible reason would you re-sign a player who does not fit the manager's system?
No, Jorginho doesn't get re-signed.
What were we saying
no way.
a few months ago that the system was made to get the best out of him?
Yeah,
but like
we still had to change his system.
But hold on, we've already got a player that's literally
building a system around him.
We've already got a player that's pretty much identical to him and with more mobility in Gilmore. So it's
exactly Gilmore. We already have Gilmore as him.
Yeah, Gilmore's ready.
A long-term replacement, but he ain't ready now.
Not ready.
No, I'm not saying exactly.
No, he's not ready now. After one more season.
Right. So then what are we going to say then? You're going to just sell him and then just slot Gilmore in as a replacement? No.
Okay. Here are the players we're looking at that position. Chouameni, which we should have done last summer.
Yep.
Now he's 100
we might lose him to Real Madrid this summer.
I don't think so.
SMS from Lazio, Milinkovic-Savic.
Really?
And what? Who? And
there's
then
another German player that we're looking at.
Julian Weigl.
I think so.
I'm not. I'm not.
There's another French player from French league. We're looking at. We're looking at a couple of.
Mr. Frenchman.
What, Kamara?
But that was before sanctions.
Kamara. I think he's off the market. I think he's been signed.
We're gonna get
Matt.
We're gonna get.
Yeah, I know. But will those owners still, go for those players? That's what our former board would want. Will we still go for them?
Our former board now didn't go for them.
No, I'm saying will they still go? No, I mean now they said before the sanction we were interested in Tuchel.
We always were. We're always interested.
Look, board is the board. Chelsea has their own money, not only what the owners brings.
Yeah, I know.
So if we sell players that we're planning on selling, we still have it. We don't need it. Timo Werner wants to leave. Jorginho is about to leave. The wages are going to be cleared from what's his name? From Christensen, Rudiger, Lukaku.
I sent you the thing about Inter, right? Lewis?
Yes. You said Inter's plans for next season involve a Dybala and Lukaku front too. But they know it's going to be hard to achieve.
Well, the guy, Argentinian guy who sell.
Yeah, that's what it says. Inter wants to try to form the pair of Dybala and Lukaku, but very difficult circumstances are required. And talks for Scamacca and Fratesi are frozen, and Inter are now focused on the duo of Lukaku and Dybala.
Anyway, we need
how reliable is that? How reliable is that?
Because I swear there was they were meant to be having a big clear out last season.
Inter.
It's Inter.
How reliable is
I still
that?
think we're gonna get to Chimene. I think there was the conversation been since last season. It's just he's like everybody. I think we're still getting him.
It depends on the owners. It depends on the owners.
No. I think Chelsea wanted him more than Rice, and that is a fact that Chelsea wanted him more than Rice.
Yeah.
So the big deciding factor as well is the World Cup. If your team is in the World Cup, you have to be getting minutes so you can go and play.
Mm-hmm.
So players like Timo Werner, Romelu Lukaku, we don't have to worry about Jorginho because he bottled it for his whole country.
What was Chiesa?
You don't have to worry about Hakim Ziyech because he's retired.
Chiesa's injured, Matt. You can't.
Stop the Chiesa. Stop the Chiesa.
So there are players that need minutes on the pitch, so they'll be included in their country's squads. So they're going to be more apt to take pay cuts and do whatever they need to do to go get minutes, whether it's with our team or with another.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a big factor.
Oh no.
So
Josh, it is the only way they can afford bring Lukaku back. They're gonna have to sell Lautaro, which is gonna be peak because all want to reunite with Lautaro, and when he gets back, he's not there, and he's balling probably in England.
He's a terrible baller.
They go into
that dude.
the
He's
airport.
Terrible. Actually, Conte wants him at Tottenham.
He's better. He's better than Lukaku. Lautaro is better than Lukaku.
Wait, do you guys actually think Lukaku's gone at the end of the season?
Yes, I know he's gone.
I hope
he's gone.
I hope, but do you think?
He is.
I don't think
he has to play minutes to get in the Belgian team.
Yeah, and
to
the
go to the
Belgian
World
coach
Cup.
said, and the Belgian
I'm pretty sure.
said,
I'm pretty sure it's a prerequisite that he's in. I'm pretty sure.
Did he? But
So,
he didn't
to be
go
honest,
this
the
one.
other
did he?
competition's Benteke and Batshuayi, isn't it?
No.
So it's a prerequisite that he's in.
There's youngsters over there that actually pushing him forward.
Yeah, but like let's be real. Like he's got a point. Lukaku ain't getting dropped. They're not.
I think
drop
we
him.
played false nine.
They're not going to drop Lukaku. They're not.
It might not drop him, but you want to be in form and at your peak.
No, that
when
I
you're going to World
understand,
Cup.
but
So he's going to want to go get
in
minutes.
jeopardy.
I think Lukaku will want to leave.
We can
Hold
only
on, I
say
think
what the manager said. Martinez said if he doesn't get the minutes, he's not going to be included in the squad.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say that specifically?
Yeah, he did.
Says he needs
yeah,
to
that's
get
what I'm
minutes.
talking about.
Well, let's hope that's right. Let's hope they
Maybe.
follow through.
I don't think. Yeah, probably in it.
I'll take
Probably
£20,
for his own personal for his personal reasons, he should be in good form. But I don't think
Like,
Martinez would drop him as a result of it.
Yeah, no, they ain't dropping him.
He's not getting dropped. But I just think I think Lukaku will want to leave at the end of the season, but I don't think he'll be sold.
He will.
Especially if we get new owners, I'm pretty sure the owners will take like a cautious approach to who gets sold.
If you're getting Bowley, he's going to look at seeing while we're paying him and how effective he is on the team, right? Like the 350, right? He's not attributing to anything. It's a waste of finance. They're going to want to get.
It's a waste of space, man.
Hold on.
The only beneficial of Lukaku at London, it's a pizza places, man.
Exactly, it's just eating delivery. That's the only thing that's beneficial that he's getting.
I hear that. I understand that.
Didn't a quote come out from the Athletics saying that Tuchel didn't expect him to immediately fit into the system, but he's even been surprised by how long it's taken and how bad it's got. And also, there's strong rumors talking about him trying to push for his own way out and speaking to other agents and stuff. I don't know. Everything just looks like he's gone in the summer anyway, because there's barely been any sign of anything turning around in terms of favor with the fan base, in terms of his willingness to stay, his performances on the pitch. Nothing has changed.
I think
two big chances in the first 5 minutes.
I think you're both forgetting one very, very important factor. and her name is Marina Granovskaya. She don't take L's, and she's not taking.
She might not even be here in the summer.
Yeah. No. She might not, but I think it's I think it's likely that she will.
She has taken L's. Let's not be serious.
No. I know.
The fact that we've let AC and Rudiger get to this point is an L.
Oh, here we go.
But even if she stays,
the money that we put the likes of Timo Werner and Lukaku on are a joke compared to the rest of the roster.
Lewis,
Let's be real. There's positives in our reign. There's been negatives as well. We're not going to.
Yes, there's big negatives.
But even if she stays, who says she'll be in control of transfers? Even if she stays, who says
she's not in control of transfers now?
No. But hold on. We can do ifs and buts. Like, I'm just going based on what we know now. Like, if you know what I mean. Like, we just like. A new owner might come in and say, "I'm not selling anybody." You know what I mean? We can play ifs and buts. But I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna go like everything's normal, if Marina is there, I don't think she's gonna take 100 mil loss immediately.
She'll take direction from whoever's ever in charge. If they say take whatever, then she'll have to negotiate.
Okay,
that.
let me put this another way. We owe Inter around 70 to 80 million euros.
Yeah.
Still. So all you have to do is consider it a 1-year loan, send him back for the money that we owe Inter, and it's an even deal. You just paid $30 million for a 1-year loan. Basically, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I think if you're contracted to pay
40 or 50 million next year, it's a free loan, 40 or 50 million by next summer, and that's it.
I think
We put Andrew on loan.
I put you on loan, sucker. That's it,
It's not that hard to do.
You still think
no, but they are contracted to pay that 100 million, and it's you know what I mean. And just because of FFP, that money has to go to Inter in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? So
that's not true.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
People that think Lukaku will bowl are same people that think Jorginho will become.
Why did you always turn into Jorginho? I'm not even surprised at this point.
It's not difficult.
Saying Hala Madrid, Inada Mas, no injuries equals Madrid W. Yeah.
Well, they're salty over last year that we beat them, and they're
This is the first time we ever lost to Madrid. This is the first time we ever lost.
Yeah, but we got a Champions League on their head, and they might not win it this year. So
they aren't going to win it this year. Gonna pack them. They're not that. We did not. They did not have to work super hard to get those goals.
Exactly. No, that's what pisses me off, because they did not have to work hard.
They didn't, but like in terms of going forward, we weren't much better as well either, though.
We weren't. We weren't.
No, we had chances, but no, hold on, but
especially in the second half, I don't care about the shots.
No.
Pot shots.
There's a difference. There is a difference. It's always easy to score from 0-0 to go ahead and not creating versus going 2 goals down and come back into the game. What is more difficult?
The second option.
Yeah, probably the second option. You got the mental block as well, don't you?
Oh no, Stephanie's not deflecting with Pulisic talk. Don't do that. No, you gotta hold that L. You gotta hold that L, bro.
No, it's go AM. It's go AM.
Look, for me, out of 3 forwards, Pulisic was the worst.
100%. He did absolutely nothing.
But more, in my opinion.
No. But here's my thing with Pulisic. I don't have any energy from him anymore because he plays poorly, gets a goal, and then everybody wanks over him. So it's normal. I'm accustomed to this sort of like behavior from him. So it's nothing new to me. He's become one of those where he can play poorly, get a goal, and then everyone just talks about it. You know.
Okay.
Mount had a couple of shots on goal for me on try. Pulisic, he was disappeared. I'm not saying it's all his fault because the midfield did not help him, and especially in the first half, that was horrible from them. But it is what it is. I think we need to take that loss on the chin and blame transition in defense, and don't be so cocky going in. 2-0, it's not that big of a deal if we composed, or how you say it? If we compact If we stay compact and nick one
we
goal,
were better in possession though, and that goes all round with the midfield and the
yeah,
attack.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm only saying because we have barely spoken about the attack. We've gone in the midfield, we've spoken about the defense, about the
yeah, but with the attack,
if we would have played a game how we played before, with somebody be beside what his name, Jorginho all the time, like Kovacic, or I wanted Kovacic because Kante. We can argue.
Kante was horrific.
No. Not only this season, not only this game. The last time Kante played well, I don't remember when.
And he was,
and that was for me the biggest.
Neither do I.
It's sad. It's sad.
Lille,
I love Kante.
Lille, I think, but that's been like nearly 2 months.
But Lille, come on, it's Lille.
And then the thing is,
I know, but that's the point.
That's out of position all the time.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not that he's out of position. It's that he doesn't have the legs to get back into position. He's always been out of position.
Yeah. He does. It's just, and then it's always that Kroos.
He doesn't have the legs.
Kroos was dragging him out a lot.
Exactly. Kroos dragged him out because. Okay, go on, Alex.
Brought them on the wide, where Kante does not feel comfortable on the wider because it's a less space, to maneuver. Kante is not good in the tight spaces.
Yeah, and somebody should have been dropping in to cover that space to help him. That's my thing. But overall, like the whole, like nobody had a good game except maybe Bar Havertz and Jorginho for that one pass. But other than that, like nobody else played well. No one
really. You just said Jorginho because he had the fucking pass. That's why he had the good game out of all.
No. I'm not saying he had a good. I'm not saying he had a good game. I'm just saying. I'm just saying he had a good pass. That was it. He had a good pass. I'm not saying he had a good game because of that pass. I'm not a J merchant.
I agree. Just off that. I can't be asked.
You know, this is the thing. It's there's people who have their certain players they love to hate on, and they find a moment.
Oh no!
And then they get.
I don't have nobody.
I don't have anybody.
Look, everybody does, and this is why I said that I don't want Christian Pulisic to play for Chelsea next year. I don't want him at Chelsea. Period. End of story. Yeah. I've said this for almost a year now. I don't want him here.
Yeah.
I want him
because he's the one who's playing.
No.
The league is just too competitive for him.
That's not it. It's because English fans are terrible.
Yeah. English fans are terrible. That's a fact.
They care about what the flag on his passport is more than anything else. He gets blamed for being an American.
It's also been
he doesn't get.
Yes, he does.
Absolutely. It's his injury. Hold on. It's his injury record. It's his inconsistency.
What injury record?
Are you kidding me? He was injured for like 3 months beginning of the season.
Why he was blaming for in previous was his injury. Previous was non-consistent form. That's what they say in previous.
Yeah, but the form's been
look,
more consistent.
I'm not.
If you want to,
but I'm not 1920.
I don't think he's the worst player at the Chelsea. I don't want him because for me he actually good at what he does, but we have to play him to the strings. So I'm going back to what I said in the beginning of the season. I refuse to criticize the top front team because of our midfield. I refuse it. Lukaku, I just never wanted him in the first place. That's why I think if we had a better midfield, I think Pulisic will shine more. I think Mount will shine, or Kai Havertz will shine more. That's what I'm trying to say. But until then, I cannot criticize forwards.
Even for yesterday, my energy is not even towards Pulisic because Pulisic had to deal with Azpilicueta, the left wing back, so there was no way it was going to do anything. My energy is for Mason Mount. So and this is the point where I really, really want to cook this bitch because literally, he does absolutely fuck all for game after game after game. He gets praised for running like. He has no. If Jesse wants to talk about passport, but if Jesse wants to talk about passport bias, Mason Mount is the definition of it all. Literally, like it's so annoying.
So I don't think Jester is saying no to that.
I'm not making my point.
Exactly.
No. I'm saying that if you think that people are if people like I'm making your point, but it's not the same for Pulisic.
Will make the T-shirt.
But like what's the point? Mount is loved because I promise you on everything. If Mount was Italian, he would be getting ripped. He is dog meat. He does nothing. He just runs.
Point and say that he was poor yesterday.
Yeah.
No. Okay, here's my thing. No. If you want to talk about the game, why does there's no link play between him? He puts his hand through his hair more than he has touches on the ball. No pass, no forward passes. Like he doesn't, not even dropping back anymore. Like I'm just saying,
hold your horses.
He just falls. He gets the ball, falls over, goes in for these passion tackles, and then he scores the goal and grabs the badge, and everyone loves him. I am so sick of Mason Mount. He is no. Hold on. I'm not done yet. I'm still cooking. He wasn't. Oh fuck! Now even lose my train of thought. Oh, I had something. Okay, anyway, go
I
on.
Tried my best, so I succeeded. Let's go back to Jorginho. I'm fucking kidding.
Prime, you're putting your hand up like you haven't been on mute the whole stream.
Yo, Lewis.
Yeah. Oh, does he not know how to use StreamYard?
Lewis.
What the fuck? Yo, what are you saying, Shavi?
Your boy got cooked yesterday.
Yeah, nice. And your boy didn't help when he came on the pitch.
This
guy just came on to piss me off.
He's at his library. Fat Frank.
Again, what
Wait,
I don't even know what
mistake,
the dude's name is that's underneath with the Brazilian thumbnail. Who is that?
Wait, what? Duoscope. Yo, what's up?
Duoscope.
So you made my point. It depends on where you're from on how this fan base reacts. And if you don't think that's the case, I don't know where you've been. If you're English, you have a different.
You get loved. Yes, I agree with that.
You get more chances if you're apparently, and this is just not Chelsea fans. This is, you can go on bigger channels like Mark Goldbridge's channel, and he goes on and on and about American owners and American this. Americans don't know football.
That's American fans, not players.
No, but that's you're talking about Americans in general. American owners are bad. American fans are bad. And guess what?
No. Okay.
Christian Pulisic is American, and he gets judged because a certain
he's American
age group of our fan base do not like Americans.
I don't believe that's true. I think there's a stigma. Hold on. There's two stigmas. There's a stigma around American fans that they don't know ball, and I mean the evidence is there, but I'm not going to say that. And then the American owners bit, like it's kind of like, I mean, the Cronkies, Glazers, and then you have FSG that are like all of those fan bases are not particularly big fans of their ownership. So I don't really see the point. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
What does it matter what country they came from? Is what I'm saying.
It doesn't. But okay. People look at these things, and you know they get spoken about. But the whole point that Christian Pulisic gets criticized more because of he's American. No, I just think he's more open to criticism because he's not English. I think that's the bigger factor more than the fact that he's American.
Well, that's the same side, a different side of the same coin. He gets more stick because he's not English. So if he was English, he wouldn't get English, the stick. Okay, so we're saying the same thing. You're just saying it differently.
But you're saying that is solely because he's American, because of that nationality specifically. I don't think people have an agenda amongst American players. I hear all the hype for players like Gio Reyna and Weston McKennie and Serginho Dest as well, who I think is awful. People love him, so I don't know. Like,
still,
you know what I mean? So
yeah, no, because I was gonna say this as well. Like, what makes you think it's a flag thing? I want to hear that from your perspective. Because here's my thing. I think everyone's got agendas for their own players, and they just
I have no agendas.
Whatever way that they want to project it. But
again, I've said it.
Like I think it's in general. Like, let's say Jem, for example, he despises AC. Always talks about him all the time. Like Alex, you despise Jorginho. Matt, he's got this little Mendy agenda, but it's never got anything to do with the flag.
Sure it does. I love again, when I've said examples. They talk specifically about
his legs are so white. It's like my
t-shirt. When Arsenal fans, when United fans, when some Liverpool fans talk about their ownership, they bring up the nationality of the owner as a point, making it a point of saying American owners.
It's more of like that like yeah.
The reason why I think it's experience. I think it's experience with American owners and football.
Yeah, no, I think that's a generalization of American owners, but with diverting this to policy,
it's more it's more
Okay, I'm setting the stage here.
All right, cool.
So then it's American fans. American fans don't know football. Why are you talking about it? How many times have you heard that in your comments?
I've heard that about foreign fans. I don't know specifically.
Specifically American fans. Specifically American fans is there, but also the evidence is.
Same thing.
I mean, we don't even need. Hold on.
For example,
No, but hold on. We don't even need to.
You've never been to the bridge before. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
No,
but the evidence is out there.
No,
we don't have to look too far.
Hold on. For Americans, 100%. I'm not saying they don't get it, but I'm saying it's not specifically on America. I've seen that for various countries as well.
I mean, we don't have to look too far from the whole LeBron James of soccer comment like that. We don't have to look too far from that alone.
What about that? That was from a US show, wasn't it?
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like when people because I'm answering just the point when he says that like people say that Americans don't know. So like, you know what I mean? You don't have to look too far from when this guy said that Pulisic is the LeBron James of soccer. Like really? Come on.
Yeah, but no, but what Jester is saying isn't wrong.
In what sense?
No, he's saying the stage. He's saying this. He hasn't said anything yet. He's saying the stage.
Yeah, in fact, let's just finish. Let's just finish. My bad.
So, again, when it comes down to Christian Pulisic, this is the same thing. Oh, he's American. He's not at Chelsea's level because, again, he's not number one English, and English fans only want to root for English players in general. They're the ones that get the pass first because they get the English flag next to their name.
Again, varies. Like I keep saying, like why do our best chance always go to our worst players? Like Alonso, Werner, for example.
No. He's speaking in general. He's speaking in general, like across all fan bases.
In general, and this is not slight against every English. I'm saying speaking in general.
No, I understand.
He has not been accepted. Like you would want a player with the height that he came in to be accepted into the team. And the main thing is from a lot of the young, and it's not the older fan, it's the younger fan base that seem to have a bias against Americans for some reason.
Yeah, but that bias comes from, like, the two biggest examples, I guess, for American owners we have.
Oh my God,
for three is Liverpool, United, and Arsenal. I don't think FSG, Kroenkes, and Glazers are actually as bad as people make them out to be, but their fan bases make them out like they're monsters. So the whole thing of American owners are bad. I don't think every American owner is bad. You've got the Ricketts, who are bad, but then you've got Todd Bowley, who I think would be a great owner for us. In terms of the players thing, our fan base, for some reason, it's obvious as to why, they just favor our academy products. That's why they'd be willing to give, for example, Showtime, when he's been here for 4 years not doing much, they'd be willing to give Ruben Loftus-Cheek time and say he's still got talent and he's 27 years old, but they won't give that same time to Pulisic or to a Werner, for example. They'd be willing to play he's been stinking, but they won't give that same time to other players. It's very, very weird. I don't think, it's very weird.
And so again, that's fine. You don't want him to play for Chelsea Football Club. That's fine. He's going to go play someplace else and kill it. And then you're going to go, well, why do we let him go? Because it's
no. I think he needs to. I think he needs to go, one, because he's declining, and two, because he's just he is declining.
You said Pulisic needs to go? What?
Well, hold on. I don't think he's not one of the players that I want out immediately.
I mean, for the right price tag, I'd definitely let him.
I don't think for us to go back to our league winning.
Kind of finished with as well.
If we go back to, if we need to go,
first.
The only players that are not for sale. The only players that are not for sale is Reece James, Mount, Kai Havertz.
Yep.
Who else is there?
Ross Barkley.
Kovacic.
Wow.
Kovacic.
See,
who said Ross Barkley?
I love how the comments
It's it.
think they're slating me, but they're actually making my point. Because
What
one
do
of
you
the
mean?
comments tells me to shut up. That says that Hazard was revered. Do you see a Hazard with an American flag next to his name?
You think it's specifically because he's American, not as opposed
It's not.
to...
I don't believe. Hold on. Okay, go on.
I don't know. I'm not in your perspective to see those things, but I find it hard to believe. Because for me, with Pulisic, it's about the lack of consistency I've really seen for him. Injury has kind of disappeared. He hasn't been injured in a while, so I'll give you the credit on that front. But we've seen what the best Christian Pulisic can offer to us in Project Restart post lockdown.
Yeah,
but
I have barely seen
and that's
that.
exactly, and that's my issue. That's my issue. Like you've shown us
that was for a strong period of time. I believe that's his ability, but we have not seen
exactly.
that.
And
Lewis,
that's my issue.
Lewis,
For the fact that he's not hitting that.
Well, that's fine. No, but that's fine. By the way, not seeing that and saying that you'd want him to go because
is my surgery is my ear surgery become good because that dude is loud.
But using his nationality as an excuse for one is wrong. And two, saying you want to sell him but keep players and build around a Ruben who's 27 and hasn't done anything for years, and want to keep someone like Callum who's been here 4 years and hasn't done anything, that is wrong. Like there's clear bias in that. You can't say you want to get rid of one player not doing anything and keep two other players or more other players who are not doing anything either. It's wrong.
And we gotta admit, Pulisic had a low-key slept on knockout stage in the Champions League. I think he was
by the way, I gotta bounce after this. I gotta bounce. I gotta
no worries, bro.
Big up
I'll be good.
And take care, bro. Have a good day. Chat to you tomorrow, all right?
All right.
Yeah.
But he hasn't hit that form yet where for a long period of time he's been good. He's been gonna stages. I think we shouldn't let him go because you could see what he can do. Not yet. I think he still has time to show himself, and he's also still very young. So I'm against selling him. I mean,
I can't lie to me. I don't know if we ever see that Pulisic back. To be honest,
that's my thing. I don't think it's for me. It's an incredible red flag to see a player hit the heights at a young age.
Players to get rid of than Pulisic.
Yeah, no, but we're just speaking about because the whole attack needs work. And I just think we need to talk about it. Like I think it's a humongous red flag for a player to hit the height so early at such a young age, and then as he's getting older, be getting worse. Like I just think that's something that brings some level of concern, and the fact that he's not spoken about.
I'm not going to say transferless Pulisic or anything, but if we got a bid for him around the likes of 40 to 50 mil or something, I'm all over that.
Yeah, swipe that. You take that.
I have a question.
Exactly.
I'm not going to criticize a forwards based on a midfield. As much I'll criticize him.
I just think he's not as quick as he once was. His injury record is a problem, but he's not. Yeah. He doesn't like. When he gets the ball in the final third, he's not as dangerous as he once was during lockdown.
Please, Alex. You look. Yeah, let me one more thing, and I'll be quiet. Sorry, Xavi. What Lou said in the beginning of the stream that we are so slow going forward, that the defense is already set up. So tell me the actual players, or like how many players over there in the world that can actually break the already set up defense. It's really, really hard to do. So for me, until you fix that situation where we always play against the wall, I can't judge them. Because you can't judge the forward.
But the problem is well, I understand it's a slow build up, but it's also just the lack of direct ability from the wings. Like you take a look at it. One sec. You take a look at it. Who can take on their players consistently and successfully?
Exactly. Overlapping doesn't exist.
But yeah, Pulisic can't. Hudson-Odoi can't. Yeah.
More about whipping in balls into the box. Timo Werner can't. Havertz is better off in the middle. Lukaku, we don't really play on the wings.
Pulisic
like that. I don't want to
can.
see him dribbling
Pulisic
actually.
He can't anymore. He can't anymore.
No,
he doesn't.
like
wait.
He just gets fouled. He just gets fouled, or he goes into the wrong channels.
My boy,
and that's why, like, yeah. Okay,
my
go
boy
on.
was at the game. I want to ask Alex a question, but I want to also mention this. My boy was at the game yesterday, and he said we don't release our players fast enough. Like there's times where we can go direct, and Pulisic was like wide open, but we would choose to go like side.
There's even Kai Havertz was wide open, and like it was not even a hard ball. It was from Kante. Oh, not from Kante. From what his name? It was from Aspilicueta. He was on the right foot. All he had to do is just pass it to Kai Havertz. He didn't do it. There was a couple of times when what's his name?
Oh, Matt's gone.
You what?
Sorry, I thought Matt was just about to leave. He's already gone, but yeah, no worries.
Yeah, it's hard to play. It's hard to blame everything on forwards because there's so many times that they do not actually pass it immediately. Like I said, Modric, he doesn't have to look. He knows where to go because the player's gonna be there. What's his name? Benzema. He's not the fast forward, but somehow he tracks he drops in the middle, receives the ball, and he passes it, and he has the legs to surpass a midfielders. How was like that? That's unbelievable. Like if that defensive midfielder will just let the forward run right beside him, it's mad.
I do agree though, like the slow passing is a big issue. But my thing is when they do get because obviously we're not Liverpool where like they get attackers get a chance, they miss it, they get a chance, they miss it, and then they get the ball back right again in like 5 minutes, have another chance. With Chelsea, chances come a lot more like less frequently. So when these players get the ball, they need to like show a higher level just because we don't get that many chances. And if they're not meeting the requirements. I think it's all right to pull them out.
That's the clinicals. Our players are not clinical because we don't have that many chances.
No, but that's not
forward people that play score the goals. The one of the biggest thing people don't understand is confidence. The people that score the goals, they usually go. If the confidence is up, you will not stop them from scoring. Benzema, exactly. No matter what position you would think, there's no fucking way he's gonna score from there. All of a sudden, he scores. Do you see what I'm saying?
Like his headers were harder. His headers
were harder
than he scored it. You know
no, but it's not even about like chances. I'm not even just looking at like chances on goal. I'm just talking about like just taking their man on. Like I hardly ever see it. And if
you're thinking defensive, you think in the defensive stages.
No. I'm talking about like just like when Pulisic gets the ball in the final third, I don't feel like he's going to do much. I feel like he's more likely just going to pass it back. Or like I don't know, try something,
but
get across and win a corner.
From everybody. That's what I think.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and I agree. Like Mount's the same, Pulisic the same.
Set up defense. That's because the defense is already set up.
Yeah, because we play in the back three.
Because we recycle the ball. We give it to Jorginho. Look. How many times that we get the ball and we have to go back to Jorginho so we can restructure.
Yeah, but okay. So
I'm guessing is restructuring.
So I'm guessing you want us to play in a system where all we do is go forward. That's it. Like forward all the time. So no. So I'm not understanding what you're getting at.
Okay, I want us to play in a single set. I want us to have a defensive midfielder that's not afraid to be by himself. That we're not gonna get exposed that easily. He's by himself.
I don't think our forwards faltering in front of goal has much to do with Jorginho. I'm going to be honest with you. I think like when they
talk about the build-up play, but that's about him and
exactly.
And the back three and the wing backs, and to be honest, to an extent, the wingers as well, because they don't.
Don't get me wrong.
We're all just too timid and slow in possession sometimes.
Exactly. But so, for example,
in terms of defensively, the only thing you really say about Jorginho is he struggles in transitions if he's left isolated.
I think he struggles
in terms of his tackles. He can tackle. He can read the game well enough to know where to be to intercept the ball. The only problem is interceptions in transition. That's where you see the struggle.
Look, Lewis, I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. But the problem is when he goes with the ball, and the Johnny's tweet is specifically actually
no,
that
was a poor passage of play from him. Like I agree with you on that. I was
not the
that
passage.
when I saw that live as well.
I'm not talking about the pass. I'm talking
about the time it took to receive the pass.
Decision making. His decision making go forward immediately.
Well, but his can be quicker, which is why that was so frustrating to me, because there was clear options. Everyone in Matthew Harding was screaming, release the ball. And he made the wrong decision at that point. I understand that. That's been one of the problems we're talking about. Our build-up play slow, but that's not a consistent issue that I've seen with him. Not in that play. Usually he plays out much quicker, especially when you give him space like that.
No. And that's when we disagree, because I think the most thing that annoys me when he runs and points the fingers is as he runs, instead of actually passing to the guy that actually faster than him.
I mean, to be honest, like we've spoken about our positioning as well in these situations as well. Like you look at the Brentford game, for example, we'll talk about like, let's say Lukaku doesn't move around when he's in position. When someone's got the ball, I just see statues most of the time.
Well, that's
move. And then that's why you'll have Jorginho saying move, because no one's moving or they're not making the right decisions.
Okay, I will ask you a different question. How many times we had the forwards that point a hand and never received the ball?
Lukaku,
Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, they actually point the ball and they never pass it to them. Do you think so? For example, it's a two-sword. Two of the blade. Like you can say Jorginho, how many times Jorginho saying that you need to pass it, but at the same time, nobody's open. I can tell you how many times that the forwards were in the position where it was
a team failure. Because the other players need to be good on the ball, because then you don't have to have a player stopping his own play to tell the others to make the move. Then that's why it's a team problem.
100%. The problem with me is the reason why I blame more Jorginho and those specific things. It's because Jorginho is the one that does not make those forward passes when they need it. When our forwards are going to be in a stronger position to score or make a threat. But he doesn't pass in to make us more threatened and specific. He waits for the pass when the defense is already set up. The defense is already set up. Everybody covered.
Yes,
and all of a sudden he says, "Move."
We've already established that was already a team problem as well, because we've seen so many other players who do the same thing. Kovacic does it. Kante does it. Ziyech does it. Mount does it. We've seen Werner do it, for example. Like the key passes are never really there. It's like we just play more for possession.
I'm not blaming Jorginho.
But that's
Lukaku's miss.
That's the problem. Like, everything that we're talking about is a team problem.
It's a midfield, not only one Jorginho, but it is surrounded based on Jorginho.
Because the two and the three that aren't in the middle are doing the same thing.
Like even the wing backs, they get like. Well, when we play in the back three, it's harder to counter-attack that quickly unless we change it to like a complete like back five and then try hit on the break like that. So like it's always going to be slow, and you know what I mean. But my issue is when we get these chances and we get these like players in position to actually create something, they don't. Do you know what I mean? Like they just don't. Like the only way that we're creating chances is from defenders lofting the ball over the top, or Jorginho lofting the ball over the top, which he's done the past 3 games. Like these are the only ways you can create chances. And I think, but the thing is, I've also seen that like sometimes, because even Pulisic, as much as I criticize him, I think he had like 2 or 3 occasions where he's got the ball on the wing and actually created like got a good cross in or something along those lines. So it's not like, I don't think it's a thing where we're blaming the system or that as to why we're not creating enough chances or anything along those lines. I think that the players it's actually solely on the attackers. I don't think it's
overlapping. For me, wing backs over. If we play 3 in the back, we're missing the overlap of James, and we're missing on the left side. We don't. There's nobody overlapping on the left side. There's nobody, and it is a big threat from if you play back 3. Jorginho, like how you say it, I think Alonso is better than Azpilicueta on the left. No matter how bad is he defensively, I think Alonso is still better than Azpi on the left side. And it was a bad on Tuchel to actually did, because Alonso played well in the first before in the left side. So look, we can go back and recycle every freaking move. At the end of the day, we lost the game exactly how we lost as a Lampard team. We are getting battered in a transition. I mean, battered in a transition. Like seriously,
that was shocking.
Our defenders did not know what to do. Do you like everybody was saying like how poor Rudiger, how poor defensive? It's because they did not know how to defend in those kind of transition. For example, why did Thiago Silva win the cross instead? What's his name? On the first goal. Instead of that, he should have stayed with it. He should have stayed because Rudiger actually been behind him. He did not know that Rudiger behind him.
Are you guys missing Timo Werner?
Why are you here?
Listen, anybody who ejects me without me telling what happened in the game, your mom's a fucking whore. Don't even eject me. Yes.
Strip bear. I can't like strip bear. I don't want to ask for donations, but please.
Listen, we are missing Timo Werner. Timo Werner is
I'm stopping you right there. I'm stopping you right there. No, we don't. No, we don't.
No. Listen, what happened to Pulisic? Mountain, Kai
Pulisic didn't get the ball. No. I'm arguing with you today. Pulisic didn't get the ball that much. Now what?
Yeah, the same happened with Werner in Brentford game, and you guys were
so
like,
exactly. So Werner's not the solution. Werner's not the solution. Then.
Werner, listen. You can go back to like 1 year of my stream. Like when I first appeared in the stream, I said this system when Tuchel signed for Chelsea, and I saw 15 games. I said this system is Tuchel's and Werner's system. You can go back. You can go. This is Tuchel and Werner system. Werner should be like, I don't get Havertz. I don't rate Havertz, and I'm actually right.
You don't rate Havertz.
You don't rate.
Havertz should not play as a striker or false nine. He should play on the right.
If anybody.
No, Havertz should play on a striker. He's just a squad player. He shouldn't be given such a responsibility that he has to score all the tap-ins. We are missing what? Listen, you look at City, you look at Liverpool. They don't have any striker or false nine. Gundogan plays a bit like 8, false 8, and last season Mason Mount was kind of playing false 8. We had no striker, and we won Champions League because Werner was on the left and right, and Havertz was cutting into the middle.
Brain cells.
Right.
No. Listen. Wait.
One sec, Klausdraff. Guys, before we go any further, big up Felipe Barbosa saying, was Bowley at the game yesterday? Sadly, he was, and he had to watch that. But big up yourself, and I hope Bowley doesn't take back the request from that. FC Internationale says, hope you guys enjoy Lukaku. Yeah, say for that. I gotta go. Pam by Giroud. Big up yourself, Alex. Yeah, no worries, bro. Take care of yourself, Alex. Right. We've been here for about over 2 hours. I'm gonna go for another few minutes, and then I'm wrapping this up. Anyone got
Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic? They are the world best midfielders. There's nobody better than them. This is proven. Listen. Lukaku, you wanted Lukaku. We got a fucking Lukaku.
No, but nobody wanted Lukaku. Not one person. Nobody wanted Lukaku.
Nobody points their finger at Mason Mount and Kai Havertz.
You're a dickhead.
These guys are so fucking no. Listen, I've heard something new. I've actually heard something new. Mason Mount has never assisted Timo Werner in his lifetime.
Maybe because Werner shoots the ball into space whenever he gets the chance.
Well, Werner has assisted Mason Mount 3 or 4 times.
We don't buy strikers to get assists.
Listen, don't worry. Werner's going to come on Southampton game, then he's going to come on Madrid game. Werner going to do Benzema. That's a fact. He's going to do Benzema.
Werner's going to do Benzema.
Fucking Fata, what do you think? He's saying Werner's going to come back. Oh, one sec.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Hey, Clash. No. Do you know what? It is? I feel like it's the emotional attachment kind of like sucks it into Klasef a little bit, and I feel like me and Klasef kind of in that vibe, that emotional vibes, you know. But yeah, man, I know where Lewis is gone, but yeah, I'm literally done what I'm said.
Listen, remember when Werner scored against, was it like Luton, right? Remember you told everybody, Lewis was saying, I believe in Werner.
Luton, boys. Oh, no.
Cool. Right,
listen, listen, Havertz has to step back as a right. He can't be a striker or false nine. Listen, I'm fucking supporting Chelsea Football Club. I'm not here fucking supporting Kai Havertz and his stats.
Chelsea if you rate Werner. Werner is shit.
Werner is not shit. You are shit. Listen, we found out everything I said. We found out everything. Everything I said is been spot on. Werner presses. Listen,
why are you lying?
Listen. Tuka said it in a press conference. Tuka said it in a press conference. Like the midfield change in the second half was not on performance-wise. It was tactical. So midfield wasn't the problem.
What does that have to do with Werner?
Yeah, because he can't do any tactics because Werner's shit. That's why. So
Werner is listen. Werner intrigues me. Werner intrigues me.
And I've
never been intrigued by a player like Werner.
Oh, mute your ass for that shit.
Oh,
man.
you're just disgraced pass ref, man.
One of the worst chants I've ever heard.
Yeah.
No, it's a good chant, just not for the best.
Couldn't get Hazard.
Could have been a scouser,
Hi, AC's been here for 7 years. He ain't had a chant either. Though.
Can I just say?
We give this guy a bum, Werner, one of the worst players to ever play for this club, a chant. Ridiculous.
We gave Bakayoko a chant.
And I heard a section of that crowd yesterday chant for Timo. When he was
I really like Werner. I think he's one of the best signings we have.
You're a disgrace.
Artem says, Klasref, hit me up on Twitter. I need to know who your supplier is. You on some top
It's not. It's
quality
natural.
Stuff.
It's natural, guys.
Yeah.
No supply. It's natural.
Listen. I've never ever in my life seen a player so special.
Hold on. Can we just hold on. Can we just say, like, can we just have like a mini, like, just some appreciation for the guy at the beginning of the season who said, get Werner out of my club. He was a visionary. He sort of was before.
Listen, you guys are just spiteful. You guys are spiteful because Tammy left, right? You guys are hurt. Like, Timo is going to Juventus. Timo is going to Roma. Oh no, he probably is going to Madrid or Munich, right? Stop saying that whatever Tammy went through, you're trying to do the same with Werner. Werner, listen, is a fucking shithousery. He is so fucking confident. The guy will play against Southampton. He'll play against fucking Real Madrid, and we will beat them.
All right, cool. With that in mind, we are going to wrap up this stream because
that's reality.
Right.
Big up,
get Werner out of my club.
No fucking minerals. Pulisic, listen, get Pulisic out of my club.
I think you've been
get Pulisic out of the club.
It sounds like.
Final thoughts. Get Werner out of the club and Johnny step outside. And Werner get out of my club.
Right, he's not hero. Havertz is making Germany struggle, and now he's making Chelsea struggle.
Klasref is enough. It's enough. Stop.
It's definitely Kai Havertz, the guy with 10 goals.
How do you survive lying so much?
Right.
I don't know how you lie so much. Really.
Big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. We'll leave you with the Danish Maldini. Take care. We'll be back tomorrow for the Southampton match preview. And yeah, take care, like and subscribe, and as always, up the fucking Chelsea, Champions of Europe and all that.